Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Courtroom Files Live. Let's start our day off with Judge Dad.
Who's the lawyer on this? Lisa, do you know? Who's here for MNSM Trucking? You have to start your video, please. Crystal Marie Holt, 25W838-286. Good morning.
There we go.
Okay, wait 1 second, sir. I'll be right with you.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Hyder.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mark Hyder appearing on behalf of Crystal Holt.
Ma'am, your name, please?
Crystal Marie Holt.
So I need to inquire, is Kurt Patras here? Or anybody from Whitewater Car Wash, Habura Johnson? Anybody here from that establishment?
No, not on Zoom, Judge.
All right. And we scheduled this for 8:30, right?
Correct.
For some reason, they have Mr. Hyder's name on here, Stephen Hyder from Monroe. So I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I just saw it.
I'll change that on the report. All right. Have you had a chance to review the report with your client? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Your Honor, we have, and there aren't any material corrections.
All right. Anything that you would like to say on her behalf?
Your Honor, I would just indicate that based on what I see in the report, she was very frank with the report writer. She's been very frank and honest with me. From the day I met her, she's a hardworking individual, a very respectful citizen. This is a bump in the road that I hope that she will never do again, and I'm confident that she won't. I think the recommendations are reasonable under the circumstances, and I have every confidence that she'll complete whatever conditions you set.
All right. Ma'am, is there anything you would like to say?
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to apologize for my actions and behaviors, and it won't happen again.
Okay. The only thing that concerns me here, did you show your lawyer the AA verification?
She did.
And she's been going 3 times a week?
Yes.
Okay. The only thing concerns me here is this was really high, right? You know what I mean? It's a first offense. I'm gonna look at it like that, but boy, that's a high. Can't
I
be.
think you might remember that it was like she was at the casino and she hit a jackpot. Like that, you know, that never really happens. So I think she went overboard.
Jeez, listen to me. I'm snorting up here and everything after hearing you say that. 12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You could leave the state for employment purposes without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number up, you must notify the probation department. You have to report as directed, okay? No alcohol, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those or marijuana. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs. I'm gonna make it bi-weekly for 4 months. If you're clean, I'll make it, I'll revert it to monthly. And if you're clean after four more, I should say, then on demand. You are eligible for early discharge after half the time, so long as there are no violations within the preceding 90 days. So if you get everything done here, you can complete that. I'm sorry, you can apply for early discharge. So AA 3 times a week, victims impact panel. You only have to go to AA until you're in intensive outpatient treatment. I'm going to order intensive outpatient treatment. You have to go to that. You have to attend AA, NA 3 times a week, but once you get into treatment, you don't have to attend AA or NA any longer. And you do have to go in person to AA, NA, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna order 4 days jail credit, 1 serve 3. I am gonna have you do one of those on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that. And 2 days of community service. 2 days community service, I'm gonna give you until, say, September the 10th to complete that. So you have to do 16 hours community service, 1 day on the court work program. This was a blood draw, so I give $225 in cost of recovery. So it's 300 fines, 300 costs, $75 victim's rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 7 1/4. Probation fees are $240 for 965. Cost of recovery is 2 1/4, bringing your total to $1190 plus the screening fee and the court work program fee. Everything included is $1285. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. You have 21 days to appeal. You have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. I am going to order that you stay away from that car wash. Is there another car wash you can go to?
Yes, I haven't been back here.
Okay, so I'm going to order that you not go near 20981 West Road. Okay, so you can't enter that property address at 20981 West Road. And no contact with employees of that business, okay?
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions?
What is work?
Court work program, 1 day. You're gonna work on our court work program. Probably should be 3 days, to be honest with you, but since it's a first offense, I'm gonna do this, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Can she pay this or does she need time?
I need time.
Okay, do you have anything today?
I think she's pretty tapped out right now, Judge.
Okay, you tell me what you tell me what you can afford to pay, ma'am. You make $950 a week. Can you pay $125 a week or not?
Yes,
You get paid weekly?
bi-weekly.
I'll tell you what, I'll make it $200 bi-weekly. Can you do that?
Yes,
When do you get paid next?
next Friday.
So that would be on the, let's see, the 1st. So I'm just gonna make all your payments due on a Monday. So you pay $200 bi-weekly beginning August 4th. If you don't have the money, no problem. Call the court on or before the due date. We'll go on Zoom. I don't care how many times we have to do it. Or you come in here if that's easier. I'll be glad to give you an extension, okay? I don't care how many times we have to do it. Just don't ignore me, okay? You'll meet with probation before you leave. Nice to see you, Mr. Hyder.
Always.
Take care. Thank you very much. All right, MS, yeah.
Can I just verify the fines and cost amount, just those two numbers?
I'm sorry. I hope I
think I
didn't
missed
screw
it.
something up. That's
Oh, no, I
usually a
missed
sign.
it.
That's usually a sign I screwed something up. I got 300 fines, 300 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. That's 7 1/4. Screening fees, 60 for 785. I have probation fees of 240, bringing the total to 1,025 plus cost of recovery is 225, bringing the total to 1,250 plus 35. Is that wrong?
No, you're right. I just missed one number. You're good.
Okay, no problem. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, MN SM Trucking, 25W83909. Where'd he go now? Amanda Sierra? 25W839111. Stay right there, sir. Your
Yes,
name?
Amanda.
Amanda what?
Amanda Serrato.
Your charge, it's SIERRA, correct?
SIERRA.
Okay, nice and loud for me, okay? You're charged with driving while unlicensed, and you have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one. Do you want one?
No.
All right, the police think you're operating a motor vehicle on Western Gudith in Woodhaven on June 24 of 25 at 6:04 p.m. They think you drove while unlicensed. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 500 fines, 93 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
Correct.
You just sign, read, and understand the advice of rights.
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
All right. You have the right to a lawyer. Do you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
I'll take a lawyer.
I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea, $100 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Do you understand all that?
Yes.
All right, good luck. Thank you. You're gonna go meet with the lawyer, and either way, you're coming back in front of me. M&SM Trucking, 25W83949. Your name?
Milan Milivojevic.
What is your position with M&SM Trucking?
I'm owner of the company and also I'm driver on that time. I drive that truck.
So this is a corporation and you're the principal, the president, is that true?
That's the truth.
All right, so listen, I'm gonna let this go. Usually you're gonna need a lawyer on these, okay? I'm gonna let it go here. You work this out. It's a fine line. I'll let you go ahead and, since you're the principal and your last name spelled Milivojevic, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That's my last name.
All right.
Mili.
And besides that, you could not show up and I'm going to charge you. They charged you with impeding traffic or pleading to impeding traffic, right?
Yeah.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
I'm sorry. I didn't get.
Responsible or not responsible to impeding traffic?
Yeah, I'm responsible. Yeah.
I'll accept that today.
Yeah, the only reason because I actually joined that Zoom and try to if any chance if he can lower that charge.
Yeah, he impeding traffic's about as low as you can go. I mean, it's 0 points.
Okay. Yeah, I can pay today.
Okay, thanks a lot. Have a good day. Good luck to you.
How I gonna pay that? You guys going to send me the fine home on my home address?
Lisa, would you chat with him and tell him, please?
Yeah, watch your messages, sir.
She's going to message you. Thank you. Ryan Coloian.
Yeah, my question is, I mean,
What?
He thinks he's talking to me. I'm messaging him.
Okay, Ryan Michael Coloian, 25W838905. A and B, your name?
Ryan Cloy.
You're going to plead to impeding traffic. They're going to dismiss the no insurance and suspend, right? Right?
Yes,
To that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
responsible.
Did a good job for yourself. Maybe you should be a lawyer. All right, you're not licensed. You got to get licensed, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
You're 34 years old, right?
Yeah.
Come on, get licensed. You ever been licensed?
No, yeah, I have one. It's just, it was out of state.
I see. So when you moved here, you didn't get it?
Right.
You didn't go to the Secretary of State. All right, $250 is your total. You can go down the hall and pay that, all right?
Yep. Thank you.
Best of luck. And by the way, I'm dismissing both the no insurance and the suspend pursuant to stipulation. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hamilton. Heather Margaret Hamilton, 24W834257. Ma'am, your name?
Heather Marguerite Hamilton.
All right, you did everything it looks like, right? Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear or affirm under penalty of perjury the testimony you'll give in these proceedings with the whole true self you got.
Sorry.
You solemnly swear to tell the
I
truth?
solemnly swear to tell the truth, yes, sir.
All right. Since you were in court in front of me, when I sentenced you on the date and placed you on probation, that was August 7 of 24. Have you been arrested since then?
I have not, sir.
Any new charges?
No, sir.
Any contact with the police?
No, sir.
Congratulations, you're all set.
Thank you.
Prosecuting moves to
Have a great day.
dismiss, case dismissed. Good luck. Thank you.
Good morning once again, everybody. Welcome to the Courtroom Files Live. Happy Wednesday. So a personal request today. If you are lurking out there and you are not already a subscriber to the Courtroom Files, would you please consider becoming a subscriber today? We are 5 subscribers short from hitting the 20,000 mark, and I would love to do that during this live show. So if you're out there and you could hook us up, that would be great. Let's switch over to Texas and say good morning to Judge Stevens.
Two cases are called 40897 and 40898, the state of Texas versus Kenneth Jackson. Is that you present with your attorney and the state's attorney? Mr. Burbank, on behalf of the defense, we're here for what purpose?
Bond reduction, you know.
All right, go ahead. Summarize what it is you feel like the defendant deserves under the law.
He has been incarcerated for almost 4 years.
Why is that? Why is that?
And I've been his like second attorney. But we have announced ready judge, just as this past Monday.
When are we ready for trial? When are we for that one? Are y'all,
I haven't
y'all
seen
ready?
what he said yet for Monday.
We're ready.
It is Mr. Eckhart's case, and
Is this the one that we were going to prioritize, right?
Yes,
For next week?
I believe it was one of the ones we were going to prioritize.
All right. It's set for next week, right?
is it?
When is it set?
It was set this
It
week.
was set this past Monday.
It did not get reached.
And
We'll roll it over. When's our next trial setting?
we have
Or
a special setting next week.
after that?
Um,
What's the first one after?
With you, Tom,
With you,
Christopher Keller, he specially sent that 2 weeks ago.
same way. Jimmy and Rabbit.
What after that?
August the 11th is our next docket, a trial docket after week 20.
That one's going for sure next week. That you're officially set on?
Date's ready on that one, yes.
I'm always ready, Judge.
And on the 11th, Mr. Burbank has a murder case with me that's over 1,000 days old.
How old was this one?
I mean, we, as Your Honor knows, we're doing our best to whittle those down. I just want to bring it to your
we're
attention.
doing our best up here too. I
That's-
think we're all doing our best. It's just the 22nd largest county with the 16th highest crime rate in the state.
Yes, Your Honor.
We need more courtrooms, courthouses. I don't know what you do about that, but it needs to get tried as soon as possible. So on the 11th, August 11th, he's asking, can we put that in?
We can-
Tom?
Judge,
We could, Judge. I mean, it's just, if the one on the 11th doesn't want to plea, I mean, that's going to have to take priority. But this one's been sitting for 4 years or more.
Yeah, it's-
How about the docket after the 11th?
Well, I don't know what it.
For 18th, I'm specially set in Hardin County on a 10-year-old sexual assault case. And he's been sitting in jail. He's been in jail. I can be ready then if he pleads, but he's told me he wants a trial.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can plan that way, whatever they say, and then whatever happens, but this, what do y'all have to say?
We're asking that the bond be reduced down to 50,000 on each case, Judge.
I don't want to do that. I want to try the case. When can we try this case? Put it in August 11th. I'm substituting it. Can we do that?
Judge, I will gladly step aside if that's the case you want to try.
All right, that's what we're going to do. Set it for August 11th. How long do you think it would take to try?
It'd be less than a week.
Okay,
Right.
then he'll be
Yeah,
one,
it's not-
and the other one will be two, if that happens to.
I think it's one and the same incident date. I mean, it's.
No, he's talking about your other case.
Oh, the other, that's Cody Owen. The co-defendant has already been sentenced to, what was it, 40 years, Jim?
Chelsea Ship received 40 years. Cody Arnold is the co-defendant on that. And Judge, even though you're placing this on there, I'll be ready to go on that case. If something happens on this, just
it's going to be set for trial August 11th, and that's what we shall do. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. How's Mr. Cumberford coming along? David, you've got some things we got to get into a murder trial here in 20 minutes on your.
All right, well, he's about to go into trial, so let's go to Florida and see Judge Mercer's first appearances.
Mr. Whiting, good morning, gentlemen. I'm seeing you at the same time because your cases are identical for first appearance purposes. Each of you are accused of violating the terms of your probation or your supervision, and in each case, there's a no bond warrant signed by the circuit judge. So in each of your cases, I want to get you arraigned this morning and get you a lawyer appointed if you want. Then I'll see if you have any questions in just a moment. Mr. Williams, would you like to have an attorney appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Whiting, same question.
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, I'm going to appoint the public defender's office of the 14th Circuit, represent both of you. Listen to Mr. McDaniel, and then we'll see if you have any questions.
Now we're going to enter a plea of not guilty. Asked to set this in the August 21st pretrial docket, and I advise them, Mr. Green, to come by and visit them prior to that hearing.
That's the next pretrial docket they have in felony court for VOP cases. Fellas, Mr. Mitchell, anything from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. So your attorney will see you before your court date. Let me see if you have any questions. Mr. Williams, any questions?
No, sir.
All right, sir. Wish you the best. Mr. Whiting, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Wish you the best too. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Let me do Mr. Blackman last. He has family here, but that one may take a little more time. It's not a regular first appearance. Anthony Godwin is next.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Godwin, good morning. Mr. Godwin, I saw you yesterday. There was no probable cause, at least. I believe maybe it was the one count charge yesterday. Ag assault, was that the only thing?
Yes.
So they have amended the complaint and charged you with 2 misdemeanors now. Okay, so let me tell you what you're accused of. You're accused of 1 count of affray and 1 count of disorderly conduct. Now, Mr. Godwin, I've read the new complaint they've submitted. I think there may be probable cause. I'm gonna find there is probable cause. It's a close call, but I think there's enough there that could lead a reasonable person to believe you may have committed the crime you've been accused of. So there's probable cause, but it's 2 misdemeanor charges, not a felony like yesterday. And my understanding, Mr. McDaniel, is this is a bond analysis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defense, Mr. McDaniel?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mitchell?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Godwin, I'm gonna set you a standard bond for these charges, sir, which is $2,500 each. Your total bond, Mr. Godwin's $5,000. That's cash or surety. Mr. Godwin, as you know, cash or surety means you don't have to come up with all of it. You can go through a bondsman. And if you post bond, you'll be released immediately, Mr. Godwin. The other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna give you a court date so that if you post bond, we don't have to mail you a notice. We'll know when your court date is, and we'll put that in your hand before you leave the jail. And when would that be, Madam Clerk? Your court date will be August 25th at 9 a.m., Mr. Godwin. That'll be your court date. You will not get a notice in the mail, but they will give you that written notice before you leave the jail. You will get to use the phone in just a few minutes to try to post a bond. Mr. Godwin, do you have any questions?
Yes, I'm homeless and fixing my house. Can the bond be reduced? Because I don't have the proper, could it be 5,000 or something like that?
What it is 5,000.
Huh?
It's 5,000, but if you go through a bondsman, it would only be 500 if you go through a bondsman.
Oh, no problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. After Mr. Godwin, we have Wayne Sawyer. Mr. Sawyer, good morning. Mr. Sawyer, you're here for first appearance. You're accused of an additional charge of illegal use of a two-way communication device, 2 counts. These are third-degree felonies. So I did not first appear you the first time. It looks to me like, so he had some charges. He was first appeared, he was set a bond, and then some additional charges from the same incident were filed, Mr. Mitchell, is that?
That is my recollection of what happened. He was first appeared over the weekend by Judge Taylor.
So these aren't a separate incident. It appears to be the exact same incident. It's just, for whatever reason, law enforcement has added these 2 charges.
Yeah, new additional from what I could see.
All right. So, Mr. McDaniel, anything on behalf of, there is probable cause in the complaint, Mr. Sawyer. Mr. McDaniel, anything on behalf of Mr. Sawyer, sir?
Mr. Sawyer, did request, and I'll just make the request that to possibly a cash bond, but that's, up to the state and to the court.
Okay, so let me set the bond and then we'll see what Mr. Mitchell's position is on bond first. Mr. Mitchell, any input on the bond for these two new charges?
As it pertains to a cash or
No,
just
just
any?
bond in
Okay,
general. On the amount.
No.
Okay, so on the amount, I'm gonna set a total bond of $5,000 each on these two new felonies. They're third-degree felonies. That's my standard bond I normally set. So, Mr. Sawyer, your total bond now was 30, according to the jail's notes. Now it's 40. So it's $40,000 cash or surety right now. I'm assuming there's conditions of no contact. It's not on my jail sheet, but I'm assuming there's conditions of no contact based upon the type of charge he's accused of. Is that right, Corporal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so now Mr. McDaniel's request is that I consider a cash bond on the total 40,000. That's what I set plus whatever the previous judge said. That would be $4,000 cash. It would still have the same conditions that was set by the previous judge. Mr. Mitchell, what's your response?
So it would be added into the pending bond he already have,
It would
and it would be $4,000 cash.
Correct, with the same conditions.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was curious about. I was wondering how he would have a cash bond in one and a surety in the others, but I'm fine with the whole thing being a cash bond.
That's the only way I really could do it. Mr. McDaniel, is that what your request is, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Sawyer, I'm going to grant you that request. Your bond is $4,000 cash. As Mr. McDaniel has explained to you, there are some advantages to a cash bond. Any conditions that the previous judge placed on you on the other charges still apply. So be aware of that. I'm assuming there's a no contact. There just about has to be a no contact with this type of charge or the charges you had previously. The only conditions in the new case are the normal bond conditions. Don't miss any court dates. Don't be charged with any crimes. Mr. Sawyer, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Mr. Sawyer, anytime your bond changes, you get to use the phone to contact friends or family. Since your bond is changing today, you will get to use the phone after first appearance.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Jasper Odom.
You're welcome.
Jasper Odom, case number 25-324-MM.
Mr. Odom, good morning. Mr. Odom, you're here because your case is set for trial tomorrow, and I made an error last week. You proposed a plea agreement, Mr. Odom, and I intended to talk to the attorneys after court and let them know that I would have no problem with whatever they could work out, and I failed to do that. So this morning I talked to both attorneys, and as a result, you're here for a possible plea agreement. So let's listen to Mr. McDaniel and let's see where this thing goes. Mr. McDaniel.
Your Honor, I spoke to Mr. Odom in 25-324-MM. He's going to plead no contest to the charges as listed. The understanding he's going to be sentenced to 60 days in the county jail. He'll have 44 days jail credit. There'll be a $370 fine. He has signed his plea waiver form, waiving his right to a jury trial and call witnesses.
Mr. Mitchell, is that agreeable with the state?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. Odom, did you hear that agreement?
Yes, sir. I thank all three of y'all.
You're welcome, Mr. Odom. Is this what you want to do to get this thing over with?
Yes, sir. Gladly.
All right, Mr. Odom, I'm going to accept your plea of no contest to essentially the exact terms that you proposed last week. So the plea agreement is a plea of no contest to the two charges. A judge, you're guilty, sentence you to 60 days on each case concurrent. 44 days you've got credit on each case. You've got a total of 16 days left. You may do less than that under Florida game time law. You have $370 court costs and fines imposed in count one, no court costs and fines in count two, no probation, Mr. Odom. You finish these 16 days that you have left, then you will be released, and you may do less than 16 days under Florida's game time law, but I can't promise you that. That's between you and the jail. Mr. Odom, do you have any questions?
No, sir. I'm
Mr.
happy.
Odom, wish you the best, sir.
I get released. I'm getting added.
Trevor Blackman.
Can I say something right quick?
Sure.
Corporal Drown, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Mitchell.
Since he entered that plea, you're officially released from your subpoena for tomorrow.
Thank you.
I knew he would be appreciative.
Madam Clerk, I need you to notify, does Renee notify the jurors then, or do you do that? Somebody can notify the jurors that they're not needed. If you can't get a hold of all 6 of them, let me know, 7 of them. I don't want to waste their time. And that brings us to Trevor Blackburn. Mr. Blackburn, good morning. Mr. Blackburn, your mother's in the courtroom. Mr. Blackburn, in your case, I believe Mr. McDaniel has filed a motion for bond reduction. I believe you were first appeared and set a bond by a judge covering either on a weekend or holiday, or because I was out, one or the other. And Mr. McDaniel has filed this motion. So what I'm gonna do is ask that you listen to Mr. McDaniel. They're gonna see what the state's position is, and we'll make a decision. Mr. McDaniel.
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Blackburn. I also spoke with his mother, and he's not working right now, but he has been working in the past until about a month or so ago. He plans on going back to work, but right now he don't have the $20,000. I talked to his mother, and she has some cash money, and we were going to ask the court to maybe reduce this to some kind of cash bond. Reduce $20,000 to something else and make it a cash bond if acceptable by the state and the court, so he can be released from custody and come back for the court hearing.
Thank you, Mr. McDaniel. Mr. Mitchell, give me a second because I saw Mr. McDaniel's motion, but I did not read it this morning. So let me take a.
It's on.
So it's a misdemeanor battery. The bond set at $20,000. I did take a look at the recent criminal history, and Mr. Blackburn was charged with a battery on the same person earlier this year, but that case was dismissed due to lack of victim cooperation. Is that right?
That is, we're losing them again.
That's correct.
That is correct. We later found out, which led to actually the filing of this case, that the reason we never had contact with the victim in that battery case earlier was because there was allegations that the defendant was withholding or preventing her from making contact with the state. This is something that she stated to law enforcement officer, and it was relayed to us at the time because they were still together. Do you want me to speak on the proposed motion?
Yes, sir. And the question I have is, at the same time I signed this warrant, there was a search warrant involving other charges. I'm not sure if the other charges misdemeanor or felony involving an alligator. There was a phone search warrant and a home search warrant. I have heard nothing on whether or not there are other charges coming. And if there are, at least based upon the motion, or maybe when I watched the video, there was a reference to that at first appearance. And I think those other charges had played a role in what the bond the judge said. So I'd like an update on the status of other charges, if there are any.
Yes, Your Honor. The other charges that are coming, I can't tell you the status of them right now, because from what I've been told and from what our office has said, one of them is going to be a felony charge. So it's being handled over here on, well, this side of our office in the felony division. And that was one of the main factors in the judge giving him a $20,000 bond. We also argue that, we've heard information that, he's been doing this there have been issues in the Graceville area involving the same defendant doing very similar things to what he did to the victim in the case that he's currently charged with. He has a prior battery from about, I think, 7 years ago. Don't think it was the same victim.
I think it was 2012.
2012, I apologize. But he also has a discharge of firearm in public charge. He's got a criminal mischief charge from 2013, the battery that I mentioned in 2012. We add into effect all the other allegations that, law enforcement has been saying regarding this defendant. The purposes of bond is you consider the potential risk that a defendant poses to the community when setting the bond amounts. If you look at this complaint, this even had a potential just to be a burglary with a battery, and I guess the law enforcement officer just charges a battery. There was a witness that observed the battery at hand. So the state petitions that this bond is reasonable given the dangers posed to the community, given the defendant's history, given the evidence in the case. So we would request that the court deny the motion to reduce bond, and we petition the bond as reasonable under those circumstances.
Does the state intend to charge him with burglary with battery?
We just intend right now to charge him with a battery.
Okay. Because that totally changes the analysis, and you can charge him with whatever you want to, regardless of what law enforcement arrested him for, correct? if you have
Yes.
probable cause to believe. So
As of right now, I'll have to talk with Mr. Gill and Miss Jeff Code a little bit more, but we're moving on the battery right now. If we charge it as a burglary battery, which we'll look more into, then we will possibly do that.
okay. So the problem I have is that I can't hold against him what the state says they may do. Because I'm not going to do that. And law enforcement's had time to charge him with the results of that search warrant. Did they find an alligator or not?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So given that, I think the
Judge,
bond,
if I could-
go ahead, Mr.
I know
McDaniel.
we're going, but I just want to warn the state that, I think they're putting themselves in a very precarious position to come into court arguing things like to hold something against someone that they chose not to file or they chose to dismiss, or just general allegations from the state saying, well, there's complaints from the Graceville Police Department with no evidence, they've not called any witnesses. They have not called any, this is very precarious because you cannot use those things. And first appearance is not, first appearance for someone is supposed to ensure they show up for court. There are a few other things, but the main concern is they show up for the court hearing, not what the general law enforcement may say, whispering behind people's backs about somebody. I think it's very dangerous what the prosecutors argue. And I just want him to be aware of that's not supposed to be, should not be argued probably without having evidence.
All right, thank you both. So Mr. Blackburn, if the state's going to charge you with additional charges, there's nothing wrong with the judge considering that, but now it's been 3 or 4 days since your first appearance and you haven't been charged. So it means it's zero. It means nothing to me. The other thing that means nothing to me is what somebody says in the community. Now, your criminal history is something I'm considering. I know that you don't have a good criminal history, but I also know that most of the stuff you have is older stuff. So
Yes,
I'm going to set you the same bond I would normally set for this type of charge, given the information that I have now, which is different than the information that the judge had at first appearance. At that time, the judge was led to believe there were additional charges coming, and that still has not happened several days later. So the bond I would set for this charge with your history is $5,000 cash or surety. That's what I'm going to set. Now, there's a request that $5,000 cash or surety be converted to a cash-only bond. Mr. Mitchell, are you opposed to that in this case?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, he's not opposed to it. Then that means you've got a $500 cash bond. You still have a condition of absolutely no contact with the alleged victim in this case. I'm sure that was set by the first appearance judge. If it wasn't, I'm setting that now. No contact at all with the alleged victim. I couldn't care less if she wants contact or not. That's not going to change. The no contact is going to be in place. This is twice this year you've been arrested for issues involving her and your relationship with her. So you need to stay away from each other. And if she wants contact, it's going to be denied. Hopefully you'll stay away from that relationship and see that in your best interest also. No contact with her. As far as a court date, there's no reason we can't give him a court date, correct, Mr. Mitchell, for his
No.
arraignment?
I do want to add in, there also was the condition of no contact with the residents, her residents.
Okay, yeah, anything the judge put on his original first appearance, those conditions still apply. When you say her home,
Yes, her residents.
no contact with her residence. I thought you were saying residence with a T, like she had tenants or something.
I got you.
So no contact with those individuals. I apologize for pausing here, but our TVs are absolutely black. Okay, there we go. It's coming in and out. And I'm glad it's happening now because our IT professional, Mr. Hanson's actually in the courtroom with a tie on. And I'm glad he's seeing it because when he took my computer last week, I was telling him what it was doing. He said, I can't, nothing I can do about it unless I see it. It's kind of like a misdemeanor occurring in the officer's presence. He has to see it to fix it. So Mr. Hanson, you see what our TVs are doing. So I think I've confidence in him now that he sees it, he can get it fixed. But your bond is $500 cash, no contact with the alleged victim, no contact with her residence. And your court date will be when, Mr. McDaniel?
August 25th, 9 o'clock.
You think it's already set?
Okay, it's already set.
Does he have a notice though?
We'll give him a notice here. He'll give a notice August 25th.
His mother says he's already got a notice already. It's August 25th at 9 a.m. All right. So Mr. Blackburn, do you have any questions?
No, sir. And Judge, I've just.
Any questions? I don't
Judge,
think it's Blackburn anymore. Last name is Trowell. Apologize. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. McDaniel.
And I know the state kind of alluded that he had this long criminal. I'm not aware of it. 3 misdemeanors are all over 10 years old. 2 of them were so minor they were only paid a fine and then a battery charge that I assume you probably did probation on. So with it, say all this.
Couple of felonies that were dismissed.
I have not seen it, so I'm just, I don't, that's my only thing. But
Yeah, the only other thing I see is a felony criminal mischief. That was in 14, so that was over 10 years ago, and it may have been dismissed. It was dismissed. So he's been arrested multiple times, but I don't see a lot of convictions. I see no felony convictions, at least in a cursory review. So, Mr. Blackburn, just distance yourself from this relationship, and we'll see what happens. Any questions?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions, ma'am? No. You have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I wanted to wait until the hearing there was over because I will never put myself above what we're watching, but now I can. Thank you all so much. We did cross 20K, and in typical YouTube fashion, as soon as you cross a milestone, they start stripping away from you. So we've fallen back down to 19,999. But regardless, we did make it across that goal, and this channel isn't even quite 10 months old yet. And I continue to be amazed by the rallying that all of you do, not just around me, but around each other in this community. It is truly something special. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me. What we're doing here means the world to me. I'm humbled. I'm somehow lucky enough to be able to be put in charge of this and to do this every day. And it means a lot. So thanks so much.
God, I hope that's not Jasper.
You're charged with 1 count of driving a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Ms. Hall, I'm going to appoint the public defender's officer to represent you. I know that you not had a chance to talk to Mr. McDaniel. Normally, you would come to the arraignment date, but he's going to see if we can resolve it today. If we can, great. If we can't, we're going to get you back for another date. So, Mr. McDaniel, I don't have my notes. You may have some notes on what her offer was going to be for next week.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Hall, in case number 25350 CT, Ms. Hall, you got charged with no driver's license. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. Carries up to 60 days in jail. There's an offer from the state where you pay a $400 fine within 60 days, and this would resolve this case. But if you don't pay that fine within 60 days, you do 10 days in the county jail. And that would resolve the case and it would be over. Is that something you want to take care of this morning?
Right now, I'm not able to pay it.
Okay, so 2 questions. Number 1, have you got your license since this incident?
No, sir.
Do you anticipate getting a license?
Yes.
Okay, so the $400 fine, you have 60 days to pay.
Yes, sir.
And if you get a license within that 60 days, that saves $100 off the fine.
Yes, sir.
So it becomes $300.
Yes,
so
sir.
Option number 1 is to say, I want to go ahead and resolve it and take that plea offer. I understand I'm waiving my right to trial. I'm waiving my right to call and cross-examine witnesses. I'm going to take care of it within 60 days. Option number 2 is to say, I'd rather come back for my court date. I'd rather come back for another court date. I do not want to take that offer. And it's entirely up to you. I'm just trying to give you this option because you're here on the wrong day.
Option number 1.
So you need to understand, if you enter this plea, you're waiving your right to a trial and you're waiving your right to call and cross-examine witnesses, but you won't have to come back. You have to pay that fine.
Yes, sir.
Or the 10 days in jail, but you have 60 days to pay the fine.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Mr. McDaniel, you satisfied she's doing this knowingly and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do we have a waiver of rights form here? Ms. Hall, this form that I'm about to ask you to take a look at does the things I've just told you about. It enters your plea of no contest to this charge of no driving with no valid driver's license. It waives the rights I've just mentioned, ma'am. If you want to enter this plea and under those terms, you need to sign that form and put your date of birth, ma'am.
Your Honor, before she signs, I do want to say her original offer was a $300 fine. It was a written plea that was mailed on June 26. I know that
was without
Mr. McDaniel just did talk to him, and I don't know if he's officially been assigned to her, if that would save her $100, and if it would only be a $300 fine. I'm not sure.
What were you saying, ma'am?
That's what I got mailed to.
Okay, you weren't able to do that time. Okay, so that fine does not have a public defender fee because you had not used the benefit of the public defender's office at that time. Yes. It's still going to be $300 this time, yes, but only if you get a license.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
So if you'll sign that waiver of rights form and put your date of birth on there, please.
I was just trying to help her out.
I appreciate that, but I don't want to cut Mr. McDaniel's office out when they are involved somewhat. So, Ms. Hall, I'm going to accept your plea of no contest to the charge of no valid driver's license. I'm going to withhold adjudication of guilt. I'm going to sentence you to 10 days in jail, but you will never serve that 10 days as long as you pay the court costs and fines.
Yes,
the court costs and fines are $300. Excuse me, they're $400. unless you get a valid driver's license within 60 days. And if you do that, they'll be lowered to $300.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
The due date is September 23rd. That's to show your license and pay the 300, or don't show a license and pay the 400, September 23rd. Now,
Yes, sir.
sometimes things come up outside of our control that may prohibit you from getting this thing paid in full. So you're going to see another court date on here. That's the next day,
Yes,
the day after it's due, September 24th.
Yes,
So if
sir.
you don't get it paid by September 23rd, you come in September 24th, the next day, to this courtroom.
Yes,
You
sir.
say, Judge, I got half of it paid. I got 3/4 of it paid. I need another week. I need another 2 weeks, whatever the situation may be, and I'll consider that.
Yes, sir.
But that's what that court date is for if you need it. If you get it paid by the 23rd, you don't come on the 24th.
Yes, sir.
The 24th is only if you need a little more time. I can also tell you, I'm much less likely to give an extension to someone who's paid nothing. But if someone comes in here and they paid half of it, they need another couple of weeks, I'm usually willing to consider that. If they come in here and they paid nothing and they ask for another couple of weeks, my attitude is really, what are we accomplishing here? They've already had 2 months. What's 2 weeks make? What difference 2 weeks make?
Yes, sir.
But if you get it paid by the 23rd, you don't come in on the 24th. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I thought you were devout Jewish. How can you not know what Rosh Hashanah holiday is? Oh, I'm sorry. So
Devout in spirit.
what's the next working day? The 24th? Okay, so it won't be doing the 23rd because it's a Jewish holiday. It's a court holiday. So it's the court system holiday. It'll be due the next day, the 24th,
Yes, sir.
not the 23rd. So celebrate the holiday. I'll celebrate the holiday.
Yes, sir.
I will really, because we'll be off. I'll be celebrating. I'll be off. And we're going to see you get it paid by the 24th. And that changes your court date, if needed, to the 25th. The
Yes.
court date's always one day after the due date.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're going to give you some paperwork. Was there a civil infraction also? Can anyone tell me that? Or was it just
I did
this
not
criminal
write-
charge?
The only thing I showed was that civil charge, that criminal charge. I didn't see a civil case.
There's one there, but there's a 25 civil infraction. Let's see if it's the same day. This was 3/23. Did you have a ticket the same day, or was there a ticket earlier than this, ma'am?
I got it the same day.
The note on the docket that you put in says the companion TR case was dismissed due to not being turned in on
Okay,
time.
so you don't have to worry about it because the officer didn't submit it with a time limit. So that other ticket, which was for failed to yield at the intersection, that ticket's dismissed. So this is the only one you got to deal with.
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I wish you the best. We'll give you some paperwork.
Yes, sir.
And you do not have to worry about your court date next week because you took care of it today. Mr. McDaniel, I think that's it as far as I know. Anything else from the public defender's office?
So since he's wrapped up, let's go back for a second to our bear friends in Alaska who we've been watching for several days now. There's actually two of them. They just zoomed in on this one, but there's another one in the distance out by the falls there. And looks like he or she has left a little bit of the breakfast remains on that rock there. So looks like we're having some good catches this morning. So let me see where we should go next while we watch our bear friends. All right, let's do this. Let's go back to Judge Stevens. He said that he was getting ready for a murder trial in like 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden he started taking more customers. So let's see what's going on there.
Look on this probable cause on this case. What was the blood result? Because
.189.
Oh. Okay, so twice the legal limit. Okay, what are we gonna do? Final, one way or the other? We're gonna go one way or the other. It's time. This was indicted in December of last year. 7 months have gone by.
Yes.
What are we gonna do?
Let's set it for the trial.
Let's set for trial, period, in the ballgame. That's what we're gonna do. Special set that as soon as we can. Okay. We'll get, that's the way it is. There is no deal. We'll just let a jury decide. Okay. It's on Clark and Charles Johnson.
Johnson's right there. Mr. Johnson, come up.
What are we doing on this one?
This one is a trial for sure. There's no negotiating this.
Do you still live on Crow Road?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's 4235.
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived there?
August or September, like 3 years.
Okay. You're a Beaumont resident? You grew up in Beaumont?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your criminal history on this? I don't, there isn't anything on the indictment of criminal history.
Priors, but I don't think it's anything there.
Anything that's enhanceable?
I have 2 state jail felony convictions that I'm looking at, so that means he's not eligible for probation from the jury.
But it's
not an enhancement.
What are the prior convictions for?
Judge, they are for possession of controlled substance back in 2006, as well as another possession charge in 2009.
Yeah. Okay. I'm reading the.
Not over it.
Okay. The complainant in this case, do you know the complainant in this case, Nisha? You can't have any contact with her, you know that. Okay, all right, because I know, we all know what happens all the time. And we catch people all the time. They do things they're not supposed to do. And then the complainant victim in this case feels guilty about the whole thing, which is all backwards. That's not the way it's supposed to be. I don't want any influence on this person. She according to his probable cause affidavit, went through hours of torture. And the jury ought to know this. You're not eligible for probation. You're looking at up to 20 years in prison. Do you understand? We're going to try this.
Yes.
And if I find out that she is reluctant because anything you did, your bond will be revoked and you can sit this out in jail until we get around to it. Have y'all talked to him?
This is Mr. Boyd's case, Judge.
Somebody ought to do that because I sense I sense a whiff of an issue here.
Yes, sir.
That we know what doesn't put up with. It's trying to influence the process illegally. Let me just catch it and deal with it severely. I'd like her. I want to know what her input is for y'all with y'all right now on where it is, and that he hadn't tried to influence her or contact her. You know.
Yes, sir.
Because we'll have him up here, and then he'll be put away until we can get around the plans.
Yes, sir.
Get a resetting for trial. Felder Williams, please.
Come back right back to that one. That's the one who's just now found confident. So I guess you're right there. I don't know if we need to bring him out and rule that he's confident now, but this is something we just gotta report back saying he's confident. The facility barrels back. So
Felder Williams, please. Felder Williams, 23 CR 1723. Thank you.
May I proceed, Judge?
What's up?
You will be free in the case that I have in hand.
When?
Well, as soon as I get him signed up.
Okay, I got a jury coming in 5 minutes, but try to see what you can do.
Yes, sir.
We'll just. So do we have some fires? Yeah. So what does this do? Let's unlawful carrying of a weapon on 2006. After that became final, committed to felony robbery. You are Felder Wade Williams.
Yes, sir.
In cause number 23 CR 1723, Mr. West, John West here is your attorney, correct?
Yes, sir.
As you know, you were charged with the indictment of evading arrest or detention with a motor vehicle. It's a third-degree felony, which means you face up to 10 years in prison. However, you have some prior convictions here. You have an unlawfully carrying a weapon charged on a licensed premise out of this court in January of 2006. That was before I was a judge here. And you were convicted. After that became final, you committed the felony of robbery of a second degree felony, and were convicted of that in June of 2007 in the court next door. So if all of this is true and correct, you are what we call a habitual felon, which means if convicted of this third degree felony, and if all of these other prior convictions are true in the indictment, you're looking at a minimum of 25 years in prison up to life in prison. Do you understand what you're facing? Do you understand what you're facing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, serious. You get life in prison. And that's, as you know, if you commit offenses and you keep committing offenses, the punishment gets higher and it gets more severe. Now, based upon concerns to the court about the defendant's competency, the court ordered that an evaluation be done. It was sent to the University of Texas Health Science Center at Houston. And
Put her down pretty bad.
was admitted to the facility in January of this year. And as he was found incompetent to stand trial, and the court has received a report dated July 16th, 2025, which consists of 8 pages. And have the parties had an opportunity to review that report of the analysis of this defendant? It's actually consists of cover page, 8 pages of a report, as well as an attending physician's report of 3 pages. And then, so that makes approximately 13 pages, 12 pages, fully of the report. And we're going to call that Court's Exhibit 1 today. If the parties had an opportunity to review it, any corrections or changes or additions to it?
I reviewed this on Friday, Your Honor. Yes, I have no additions or changes.
I'm reviewing it now, Judge. I don't see any objections, no changes.
It is yeah. Hey, Jimmy. I got a gift for y'all.
Thanks, Josh. We're always like.
The problem is it's the same color.
Yes, sir.
10 years.
As
I didn't know what they was telling about.
You're different now than we're there. That's why we're here right now. Okay.
Or they still a little off for us on the phone.
Right now, the officers too. I'll talk to you in a second.
Oh,
That's
all right, that package is referred to as Court's Exhibit number 1. It will be made a part of the record for all purposes. Does anyone wish to add anything to this? No,
Not from the
from the
state.
state or defense? All right, the analysis is that the court has received this and the defendant is deemed competent to stand trial upon this evaluation. And it will be set for trial. And do you understand, again, sir, you are looking at a sentence if convicted of this indictment. What's in this indictment? No less than 25, no more than years in prison, up to life imprisonment. And also, yeah, this is not an aggravated case. So, but that when you're looking at life in prison, that is not the most important concern. All right. Where are we on this?
We have an offer, but now that Mr. Williams is competent and can actually communicate with us, if we get a little more time, I can probably get this resolved.
How much time do you need? I mean, I think he's been thinking about it. I mean, we're talking.
Well, I would say set it for 3 weeks, since I'll be out the next 2 weeks.
What is
10 years is the offer. And he's at 25. Yeah. And I will talk to him a second. I can change his mind. I want to do it today. We'll do it today.
What do you want to do? Have you thought about it? Have you had the chance to think about it? I'm asking you, did you know about the offer? No. Okay, you get a chance to think about it.
Yeah.
You have a fair,
Yes, sir.
you have a fair opportunity to think about it. How much time do you think y'all need?
Well, like I said, Your Honor, I'm gonna be on vacation for the next 2 weeks. So if we can get that week I get back, which is the 11th, be fine with me.
Except for the 11th.
Of
August.
August.
I'm leaving on vacation on Friday.
All
so I'll be
right,
gone.
you can make a decision by then, one way or the other, and then we'll live by it. We'll go one direction or the other. Okay?
Yes.
All right, work with him. He's a good man. All right, so that case is reset. What else, John? I was spelled. Oh, yes, sir.
I believe. Yeah.
Come on up,
Leon.
Mr. Coleman. And then David's working on something, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
That Jan could already.
Well, we now call 24 CR 1887, the state of Texas versus Dustin Coleman. You are Mr. Coleman. And you are here with your attorney, Mr. Comerford.
Yeah.
Where is your office?
Austin.
In Austin? No. Spent some wonderful years there, postgraduate work, and yeah, beautiful city. Spent a lot of time in the old country. Boy, they've had some terrible things with the water.
Very sad.
You know, a place near there, and it was nice to get some water, but not over.
Yeah, too much.
No overreaching. You know, the Pedernales, I couldn't get over the Pedernales that weekend. It was a raging torrent. It was terrible, but could have been worse. But they need water, and just I'd like it in a fair sequence, not overwhelming. Sure. Okay, in 24 CR 1887, does the defendant waive a formal reading of this indictment and arraignment? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes.
In summary, sir, this indictment, as you know, alleges that on or about June 23rd, 2024, in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the state jail felony of criminal mischief. Do you understand what you were charged with here, sir? What's this?
We're pleading to a Class A misdemeanor, Your Honor. The lesser included.
You too?
Yes.
We are. Okay, as you know, State jail felony, if convicted, means you face no less than 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail, and a fine up to $10,000 can be assessed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, the lesser included offense is what?
It's the same thing. It's just the amount would be more than $750, but less than $2,500.
And what's the plan? For what's the disposition?
2 years deferred probation on the Class A misdemeanor.
And restitution?
Yes.
Is in how much?
$2,560.
Is that it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. An agreement has been stand by. Has been made where you will be pleading guilty to the lesser included Class A misdemeanor of criminal mischief, which is is it less than 2,500?
Yeah, it's more than 750, but
More
less
than,
than.
okay, I want, yeah. Everybody has problems writing on this pad. I'm going to write it in English.
It's worse for lefties.
That's your excuse.
Yes.
I've only been one since birth, and I know what you mean. All right. You were facing again up to 1 year in jail and or up to a $4,000 fine. That's what's normal for a Class A misdemeanor. Is that your understanding of the plan you will be pleading guilty to in this criminal mischief, lesser included offense?
Yes, sir.
And you would be placed on deferred or unadjudicated probation for up to 2 years, ordered to pay restitution in the amount of $2,560.18 to the complainant in this case as indicted. And there would be other terms and conditions of probation which are normal and customary for this type of case. Is that your understanding of the plan?
Yes, sir.
If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal of your case, sir. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this lesser included Class A misdemeanor under this state jail felony indicted case of criminal mischief? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily? That is on your own free will and because you are guilty.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign that document? Did you understand it? Discuss it with your attorney? Or the contents all true and correct?
Yes, sir.
State's Exhibit 1 is tendered into evidence and without objection admitted. Among other things, this states you are mentally competent to enter your guilty plea. It's freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment's been read to you. You read it. You are guilty of the crime charged or, most importantly, any lesser included offenses, such as the one you were pleading guilty to that the parties have agreed to resolve this matter in that way. You are giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses, totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All of this is true. This court finds this is true according to you, so help you God. Correct?
Yes, sir.
States Exhibit 1, part of the record for all purposes. Pre-sentence reports way.
Yes.
I'm going to follow this agreement, if nothing further, and find you are pleading guilty voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently. You are mentally competent to do so. There's enough evidence here supporting your guilty plea from States Exhibit 1 admitted to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to defer any finding of guilt so long as you follow these terms and conditions of probation for 2 years or less. You do well, you can get it shortened. There will be terms and conditions of probation which are normal and customary for this type of offense, including you must pay restitution in the amount of $2,560.18, which goes to the complainant as alleged in the indictment in this case. And then there are other terms and conditions of probation, which are normal and customary for this type of offense. Please follow this. It'll pass fast enough. Then you can move on with your life without a criminal conviction. In this case, if you fail, your probation could be revoked. You could then be found guilty and sentenced up to 1 year in jail, which nobody wants in this case. Of course, you pay restitution back, and we can dismiss it in a third. So you can do the math on 2 years. What's that? 24, 30, 24, it's 8 months. So, and I'm happy to do that if everybody agrees that's the right thing to do. Okay. Please see the probation officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. Take care. Thank you. Be careful.
Will do.
All right, let's change things up a little bit and we'll head back to Judge McNally for a little while.
Sudeep Singh Somal, 25W39129. Good morning, Mr. McDermott. How are you?
Good morning, Judge. Good, thank you. We do
You're-
have a resolution. I have authority to plead to the amended charge of impeding traffic. Request 2 weeks to pay.
All right, and I need your appearance. I'm sorry.
Sean McDermott, P46101, on behalf of Mr. Somal.
All right, to that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right, I'll accept the plea, $200. I'll give until August the 7th, okay? Have a good day.
Yep, you as well, Judge. Good to see you.
You too, bye now. All right, Sierra, Amanda Serrato, Sierra, 25W39111. Could I have seated up here Jacob G. Neely, right over here at the table, my right, your left, and Popovsky seated there as well.
Good morning, Judge. Matt, we have on behalf of Ms. Sierra.
Your name?
Amanda.
She's going to plead to impeding with the unlicensed to be drive while unlicensed to be dismissed. True?
Correct.
Have a seat, sir. You can have a seat right there. Right there at the table. All right, to that charge impeding, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, I'm going to accept the plea. 250 is your total. And you are all set, and you can go down the hall and pay that, okay? And you have that now, right? Good luck. Guy Neely, come on up to the podium, sir. Jacob Eugene Dwayne Guy Neely, 23W838-903 A and B. Your name, sir?
Jacob Eugene Dwayne G. Good morning, Judge. Matt, we have on behalf of Ms. Community.
Does he stand mute? Wait formal reading on each of these charges.
Yes.
Not guilty pleas entered on the false ID as well as the suspend personal bond. $500. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. We're going to give you a new court date.
Judge, can we request 30 days? He's got
Okay, 4 weeks I'll give him. Absolutely. He's got to take care of, he's got other cases, I guess, tomorrow.
Yes.
What do you have, Lisa?
August 20th at 8:30.
August 20th at 8:30. You need to fill out a petition for a court-appointed lawyer going forward, okay? So we'll have you fill that petition out before you leave. Maybe you can hand him one. You can sit down there, fill it out, and then you'll come back. Good luck. Thank you. Gabriel Christine Bobsky, 25W838818A. Is this yours or somebody else's?
That's not mine, Judge, no.
Who's your lawyer?
Crawford.
I thought we were gonna get Mr. Crawford in here.
I called him, what's his number, Judge?
I don't know, does anybody not have Mr. Crawford in here that's got a case ready? Hello, anybody? What's your name?
Noah.
It's bottom one. Mr. Walker.
Ma'am, have a seat right behind you, okay? Noah Ryan Laura. 25, right there. There you go. 25W839130, A and B. Come on up to the podium, state your name.
Noah Ryan Laura.
You're charged with drivewall license expired. You're also charged with no proof of insurance. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one.
I have insurance coverage.
You want a lawyer? I can't hear you.
No.
I'll arraign you on my own, and then you can go talk to the prosecutor or tell me you want a lawyer. On June 27 to 25, it is alleged that you were operating a motor vehicle, or we're at, I should say, 22753 Allen Road in the city of Woodhaven, that you had an expired license. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those in 2 points, and you also have the second charge and no proof of insurance. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, I do.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer? I can't hear you.
Yes.
I'm entering a not guilty plea, $100 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Do you understand all that?
Yes, I do.
Go out in the hallway, he'll set you up with the prosecutor. You speak with him. If he doesn't give you what you want, you can come back and ask me for a lawyer.
Thank you.
Gabriel Christine Popovsky, 25W838818A.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford, representing the station and correct.
Gabrielle Kowalski.
All right, so your client pled no contest due to a lack of memory to this charge of disorderly person, public intox. She was referred for a screening and assessment. Have you had the opportunity to review your report with her? I need a. And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
I have had the opportunity to review the report with my client, Your Honor. There are no material additions or deletions that we're asking my client. We she can comply with the order, so we ask that the order be, the recommendation be entered as an order.
Ma'am,
Yes,
is there anything you would like to tell me?
that will never happen again.
What in the world was going on that day?
Intoxication.
Yeah, I know, but it seemed to.
Well, Your Honor, my client had a lunch to drink. She doesn't remember that. Well, yeah, she knows she had too much, and she had an interaction with a guy acting inappropriately outside of the restaurant. It led to discharge.
How old are you?
34.
You ever been in trouble before?
No.
All right, I'll go along primarily with this recommendation. 8 months probation, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. I'm going to order that you attend the Substances of Abuse Group through Class A Training Center as recommended. Okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm going to have you test. I'm going to have it monthly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll then make it on demand. Okay?
Okay.
So chemical testing, submit the chemical test, PBTs and ETGs monthly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll then make it on demand to probation. Okay?
Thank you.
1 day court work program, 2 days of community service by September 15th. There's 1 day on the court work program, which that's $35. You're gonna attend that, complete that. $100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. 3 1/4 probation fees are 160 for 485. You have a screening fee of 60 for 545, attorney fees of 40 and then $35 in court work program fees. Everything included amounts to 620. 620. Give me 1 second here. They did not, there was no 771 or anything on this, was there? Okay, all right. So do you fully understand the sentence of the court, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Do you have all of that to pay?
No, Your Honor, my client would like to propose a payment arrangement. What she can do, Your Honor, is pay $100 today, and then she'd like to pay $100 every 2 weeks, consistent with her pay period starting August the 8th.
All right, the other thing I want to indicate is you're not to go near 21,000 West Road in Woodhaven. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
And I will abide by that request for payment. So I'm going to have you pay $100 today and then $100 bi-weekly starting August the 8th. If you need more time, come talk to me. Or if you're not in the area, call the court. You could either do it by Zoom, if you call the court and say, I need to talk to the judge about an extension, or if you're around here and you want to come in, you can do that instead, but it has to be on or before the due date, 8:30. Any questions? All right, you'll meet with probation, go down and pay your 100, then go across the hall to probation. Good luck. Robert Lewis Thornton Jr., 25W837260.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford, representing the defendant, stands to my right. Sir, state your name.
Robert Lewis Thornton.
All right, so he pled guilty to resist and obstruct an officer. You got warrants all over the place.
Your
Have you
Honor,
reviewed the pre-sentence report with them, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
I have reviewed the report with my client. There are no material additions or deletions, Your Honor. We'd ask the court accept the recommendations presented.
You know, they talked about 771.1. That was agreed to for 12 months. Probation's recommending no probation. Does he want to take advantage of that and be placed on probation, or does he want me to adopt the recommendation of the court, of the probation department that says no probation, just court work and fines and costs?
Your Honor, give me 1 moment. Your Honor, my client would like to take advantage of the probation opportunity.
Okay. All right. What would you like to say, sir? Anything?
No, thank you, sir. I just appreciate the help.
Your Honor, the court should know that my client has spent upwards of $500–600 addressing a lot of those warrants, and he's in the process of clearing it up. He knows he's got some work to do, but he started the work, Your Honor. And as he said, he's appreciative of this opportunity. He wants to protect his record. So as the court can be as lenient as possible, he'd appreciate it. It was a tough day that particular day. He was upset, and he was being unreasonably uncooperative with the police. He understands that he won't do it again.
Anything else, sir?
That's all I'm saying.
I'll take this under section 771.1 for 12 months. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. You're to clear all of your warrants by August the 25th. I expect all those to be cleared by August 25th. You're going to serve 1 day on the court work program and pay $35 for that. You're going to serve 1 day of community service by September 15th. So again, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. I want you to stay out of trouble, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll take it under 771.1, clear all warrants before August 25th, serve one-day court work, one-day community service by September 15th. You do all of that, and you also not to go near to, that's the Siegel Chiropractic Clinic, not to go near 21631 Allen Road in Woodhaven. I'm going to kind of go light on the fines. $100 fines, 50 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 40 in attorney fees. So your fines and costs are $315. Probation fees, well, you got to pay the screening fee of $60, and the court work program fee is of $35. So, let me see. 410. You do have probation fees of $160. Your total's $570. You pay that, you stay out of trouble. You do the court work, clear your warrants, do your community service. Again, stay out of trouble. Stay away from 21631 Allen Road in Woodhaven. I'll give you a review date. You pay your fines. I'll dismiss the case on motion of the prosecutor. What do you have as a review date?
Was it 12 months, Judge?
Yes.
You charged.
They only do 160. I'll tell you what, I'm going to reduce them. I felt maybe that's why I did it subconsciously. I'll reduce your probation fees by $80, sir, to I'm going to reduce his probation fees from 240 to 160. But it's still 12 months, so
July 8th of 26 at 9 o'clock.
July 8th at 9 a.m., okay? Of 26, you'll have to come back for your review hearing, and I'll dismiss it. Does he have all this to pay?
No, Your Honor, but we do have a payment plan to propose. He can pay $100 on July the 28th, and he can pay $100 per week thereafter.
$100 by July 28th, $100 weekly beginning August 4th. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. If you ever need more time, call the court. We'll go on Zoom or come talk to me on or before due date. I'll be glad to give you an extension, okay?
Yes, sir.
You'll meet with probation, you go meet with probation now. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thomas Patrick Abraham, 24W833005B.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford, representing Mr. Abraham, who's approaching. Please state your name for the record.
Thomas Abraham.
I don't even know what good it's going to do to put him through. He's had opportunities to get himself some help in the past. He just doesn't seem to do it.
Well, Your Honor, he's committed to follow through on things. He understands.
What are you still fooling around with this stuff for, sir?
I just made a few bad choices, Your Honor. I just want to, get it right now. That's all. I'm trying to close on a house, and I just want to, put this behind me.
I know, but you got to get yourself some help. You can't keep doing this. You just can't keep doing this. I mean, what am I supposed to do? He's had other opportunities. He said other opportunities to stay away from this stuff and to get himself some help. He's got a warrant out of Westland for a drug offense. He's had an impaired, an OWI, a drug charge, an order, allowing an intoxicated person to drive, armed robbery. He's on probation or parole for armed robbery. Did he get any time on that?
He did serve some time, yes.
How long?
64 days.
That's all?
Yes, sir.
Armed robbery is a life offense. I don't need to know the specifics. I trust. Good morning, Mr. Urick. Nice to see you. How are you?
It's a privilege to be seen, Your Honor.
Good to see you. Your name?
William Urick on behalf of the city of Middleton.
All right. I don't know what to do with him. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think you're going to comply with probation.
I would appreciate the chance, Your Honor.
All right. What do you want to do? Is there anything you'd like to say on his behalf?
You know, nothing other than the fact that, again, my client is really making renewed efforts to improve himself. Like you mentioned, he's trying to closing the house, which is right around the corner, he's coming into this community, Your Honor. He realizes he's too old for this silliness. These type of shenanigans can't keep going on, and he's trying to improve, the rest of the last years that he's got left. He doesn't want to keep being right up against Your Honor. Give him an opportunity. I think he's more earnest and serious about it this time, Your Honor.
I can't let him know.
Exactly. Face up to this one.
Anything else you'd like to say? Either one of you?
No, Your Honor.
Sir?
No, Your Honor.
I'll tell you what, you didn't have anything to add on this, did you?
Your Honor.
You cannot, 15 months probation, they're recommending 18. I'm gonna see how he does. 15 months probation, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those things. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to clear all your warrants within 45 days. You are to attend an intensive outpatient treatment program at a facility approved by probation. You have to go to AANA at least 3 times a week until you're in intensive outpatient treatment. Once you get in intensive outpatient treatment, you no longer have to attend AA or NA. Clear all your warrants, as I said, within 45 days. I'm going to have you do 5 days of community service. 5 days of community service, that has to be completed. I'll give you all the way until October 1 to complete that. Fines $100, costs $225, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs here amount to $450, screening fees $60 for 510. You have $300 in probation fees. Everything included is $810 plus your attorney fees. Your total is $850. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be jailed for 90 days. You have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can he pay all of this today, or does he need time?
Your Honor, my client needs time. We have a proposal. He's on a fixed income, Your Honor. He can pay $200 today, but the court knows he's taking this seriously. But all he can afford to pay is $100 a month.
That's okay. $200 today, $100 a month. We'll start that beginning August the 10th of the 10th of every month thereafter. You'll meet with probation. Good luck. Thank you. Rogers. Wayne Michael Rogers, 25W38865A and B.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford, representing the defendant. Is my right? Sir, state your name, please.
Wayne Michael Rogers.
So he's going to plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. And we are going to then dismiss the equipment violation and suspend on motion of the prosecutor. True?
That's true, Your Honor.
If you do that, sir, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. If you plead to that, and I'm talking about allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, I'm then going to dismiss the equipment violation and suspend. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand it.
And did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a trial. Do you understand that?
I understand.
To the charge, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
How do you plead?
Guilty?
You sound like you're asking a question. Do you want to plead guilty?
No,
You don't want
Not
to plead
guilty.
guilty? Pardon?
not guilty.
You want to plead not guilty? You want to go to trial on the suspended equipment?
No, I don't.
Well, what do you want to do? I mean,
I'll plead guilty then.
Slow
I
down.
understand.
Hang on a second. Let's just slow down. Maybe I'm going too fast. Do you want to talk to your lawyer further?
Yeah.
Have a seat right there. Thank you. Jose Luis Silva Murillo, 25W8390918, and B and C. Your name, sir?
Sir,
Your name?
Jose Luis Silva.
Can you understand me well? You understand English?
Sorry, sir, I don't speak English.
Let's get an interpreter on this one, Lisa. You don't have I saw another interpreter walking around here today. We don't have one today on him, do we, Lisa?
I don't believe it was him. Let me double check.
Yeah, this is his first appearance. I'm gonna get you a Spanish interpreter. I'm gonna have you come back.
Okay.
I know it's hard for me to communicate when we're gonna get you an interpreter. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
So we'll get him an interpreter. We'll reschedule that. I'll let you go down the hall and my judicial clerk will give you a new date. Okay? All right. And then we'll see you back here. Okay? Best of luck. Wayne Michael Rogers. Did they go out? Okay, good enough. Alexandra Wolf, 25W83921. Where's Ms. Wolf at? Is she not here? She's on Zoom.
She's coming in right now.
Ms. Wolf, can you start your video and tell me your name, please?
Alexandra Wolf.
Okay. You're charged with parental responsibility violation. Do you want a lawyer?
No.
It's alleged that you violated parental responsibility law by allowing your daughter, your unaccompanied juvenile daughter, to take a bus from Pennsylvania to Michigan, where the juvenile had no support or supervision. It does not indicate how old the child was. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent, right to a trial by court or jury, right to question their witnesses, right to bring in your own, right to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses, and the testifier remains silent. If you remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. I'm going to indicate that you stand mute. I'm going to give you a $500 personal bond. You don't have to post any money. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I'm going to send you to talk to the prosecutor. We're going to put you in a breakout room, and as soon as the prosecutor is ready, he will speak to you, okay?
Okay.
So you just wait in there for now, all right?
Okay, thank you.
I wish you well. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Either way, you're coming back in front of me today, okay?
Okay.
Thanks. People against Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Montiel Malik Johnson, 25W838-974, A, B, and C. Mr. Johnson, come on up here and tell me your name.
Dwayne Johnson.
You're charged with driving on a suspended, speeding, and no proof of insurance. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one.
Yes.
Okay? We'll send you to a lawyer. Okay?
Okay.
And then you'll speak to the lawyer and you'll come back in front of me. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Barton. Kelly Lynn Barton, 23R 513-503. Ms. Barton, you can come up here and tell me your name. You're back again.
all I have one, honestly.
You're charged with failure to refrain from consuming alcohol or drugs, testing positive for amphetamines on a chemical test of May the 19th of 25. That is a misdemeanor. I'm sorry. That's a violation of probation. You have, or they think you had a violation of probation. That's 6. You have 6 prior technical violations. You could have your probation revoked on this. You could be jailed for 93 days. Do you understand that? Did you sign an advice?
She was a walk-in, so I think she should have the arraignment attorney.
Yeah, I'm going to give her one right now.
She should have already spoke to him. She was a walk-in.
Did you speak to a lawyer?
I spoke to somebody in that room over there. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you know who you spoke to, though?
Yeah.
Well, was it a man or?
Yeah, it was a man.
Well, you'll recognize him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we
Only
need you,
Carmen today.
we need you to go find him, and then I'll go ahead and give him that. Okay? Thank you. McCullers, Brandon Keith McCullers, 16F2222, 85A. And B. McCullers, your name. Your name.
Brandon McCullers.
To what do we owe this honor and privilege?
I'm walking in on a warrant. I'm trying to clear up.
How old's the warrant? How old's the warrant?
There are a few of them. I think the oldest one is 2016.
Yeah, right. That's what I have. Where you been?
Yeah,
You've been fighting in a war somewhere overseas? I mean, what have you been doing? 9 years, seriously?
No, Your Honor. At the time, I was working at Flat Rock Assembly Plant. I went through a divorce after that time and went through.
Let me get you a lawyer right now, okay?
I did speak with the gentleman. I believe that's the arraignment lawyer, if I'm not mistaken.
What do he look like?
It's Mr. Carmen.
All right, let's get Mr. Carmen in here on this one as well. Have a seat. I'll be right back with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I need Mr. Carmen.
All right, well, he searches for his next contestant. It's time to change things up a little bit. Get your vote in, Michael.
Good morning. We are convening right now.
I got it in for you
Committee
earlier.
on Parole. We're in Baton Rouge, Department of Corrections, headquarters. Staff, would you introduce yourself, please, that are here?
Thompson. Sherelle Baker. Carla Williams.
Okay, well, we appreciate that good work that y'all do, staff. My name is Steve Prater. I'll be the acting chairman for today. To my right is Carolyn Stapleton. To my left is Chuck Tillis. We'll be holding hearings for the better part of the day. The date is 7/23 of 2025, July the 23rd. It's 9:03 in the morning. The first place that we'll be going to for hearings is Caldwell Correctional Center. And the first case that we'll be dealing with today is Dual Kaznavi, if I'm saying that right. Am I saying that word right?
Well, Kaznavi.
Kaznavi. Kaznavi, okay. Okay, Kaznavi. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate you straightening that out. And do you have your, what's your DLC number? 48317. Okay. We've got 2 people that are going to be speaking on your behalf, and they're here at headquarters. And there's nobody going to be speaking in opposition. The way we'll conduct this hearing is that we're going to give you an opportunity to tell us what you've done to get you into prison, what you've done since you've been in prison, and then what your intentions are when you get out of prison. And then we will follow up with how the institution says that you've done there at the prison. And then we'll hear from your supporters, and then we'll ask the questions and we'll make our decision. So is that okay?
Right.
Okay, why don't you start out and tell us why you're there, what you were found guilty of or pled to, and what you've done since you've been in prison to show us that you're worthy of asking for this parole.
I'm in prison because marijuana, and I made a bad mistake, coming off, I had a stroke in 2019. I was doing good, then fell back, got in trouble with the marijuana, and right now I'm better myself. I did all my classes. I'm on trustee, and trustee for 2 years and 2 months. I'm working in the kitchen. I'm baking for the whole compound, and when I go home, I'm trying to go back to my wife and my daughter. She about to be 14 years old, and I'm trying to go on to me and her. I'm trying to build a relationship together. She want me home. I found me her, and when I come home, I won't leave my life alone. So I'm trying to do whatever I got to do to make my family happy. I'm tired of them going through this, what I'm going through.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate that statement. And I didn't ask you to introduce the folks that were in the room with you for Caldwell Correctional Center. But is there staff in there with Caldwell?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, it is. My name is Lieutenant Tatum. I'm over transportation.
Okay. Well, thank you for hosting us. I'm sorry I didn't have you introduce yourself at the beginning. Would you tell us what kind of fellow Doole has been since you've known him and how long you've known him?
I've known Mr. Castaneda for approximately about 2 years now. He's a well-modeled inmate. He's not been in any trouble. He's always very polite to the staff. He, like I say, works in the kitchen. He's been a well-modeled inmate since I've known him.
Okay. Well, we thank you for that input. Okay. With us here in Baton Rouge is your wife and your father. I think they're going to be speaking. So whichever one of y'all would like to speak first, that'll be fine. If you go to the podium, yes, go there. And it's kind of an unusual setup we have here with all the cameras and things, but I'm talking straight ahead to them, but I'm looking at you and you're also on YouTube. I know that's kind of a scary thought, but it's a public hearing. And so it has to be that way. So go ahead and address the board and tell us why you feel like that your husband is worthy of being paroled early.
My name is McNally Castaneda. I think that my husband is worthy of being paroled earlier because he's made his mistakes. You know, he's paying for his mistakes. When he comes home, he has a plan. We have a plan in place that he does not go back into the path that he was down before. I think he's really got himself, his mind together, and he's ready to.
Okay. But thank you for those words. I appreciate that. We'll take those into consideration also. Now let's see, the father, Doyle. I'm sorry, I'm not going to even try that name.
Doyle Fashion.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'm not good with pronouncing names I'm not familiar with. Go ahead and tell us what you got to say about your son.
I noticed the changes, times that I spoke with my son over the phone compared to previous times I spoke to him over the phone from being incarcerated. One of the first things that really touched me and know that he was serious and was making changes was when he told me that he received God in his life and that he was working and striving to do everything he can to come home and be a father to his daughter and a husband to his wife. And he told me he was taking every available program that he could, he complete the program, get in the program. And, I also reflected on some of the things that he was saying, and being a father, being his father, I reflected back on the troubled times that I had in my life coming up and what made me change. Of course, it was the law and receiving God into my life and everything. It helped me focus and focus on where I wanted to be in life. And today, I am proud to say I am a veteran. And it's been well over 20 years that I put my troubles behind me. And I have that feeling for my son, being his father, knowing who he is, that he has finally matured and grown and have a goal set in his life. And I feel that this time has come.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for those words.
Let me ask the question. His wife. You're his first wife?
Excuse me?
No, I was asking his wife.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
You're his first wife. How long y'all been married?
We've been married for 6 years on the 27th of July.
6 years?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Your case has been assigned to Ms. Stapleton as the primary interrogator or interviewer, and she'll ask questions, and we'll ask questions, and we'll vote. Simple as that. So, yes, ma'am, Ms. Stapleton.
Okay, Mr. Casnave, I heard that you feel comfortable that you're accomplishing the things that you need to accomplish in order to get out of prison and everything. But when I got your record, you're a 6-time felony offender. Yes, and drugs, distribution of drugs and stuff. So I'm just going to read the summary of the case. All right. That was handed to me. Mr. Casnave has spent most of his adult life either on probation, parole, or behind bars. Since 2003, when he turned 18, he was only free on September 17th, 2013 until 2015, when he was arrested for one of his instant offenses. Mr. Casnave has had one successful probation year and one successful parole term. His other terms of supervision ended in revocation 4 times. The revocations were due to the commission of subsequent offenses. Mr. Casnave was on a reentry intensive probation when he committed the instant offense of production of marijuana. The commission of this new felony offense resulted in the revocation of his reentry court probation and being sentenced as a habitual offender. You had charged with the distribution of marijuana to an undercover officer for your first instant offense, and he was found to be growing marijuana in the second instant offense. The second instant offense occurred during the intensive reentry court probation term. The sheriff is opposed to your parole, and you have a 20-year sentence. Am I correct, sir? Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. From what I understand, that reentry intensive probation was giving you every opportunity to do well, and you didn't.
No, I didn't plead it. I did. I made a mistake, and I had caught a stroke at 19. That's why I was better at talk a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, it's putting me back. I'm paying for my mistake right now, but if I get home right now, my mind set on my goals, and my goal is go home, be with my wife, spend time with my daughter. I promise her that if I get out here right now, that I'm gonna spend all the time I can with her and build a relationship with her. And I promise that I'm not gonna break that promise for nobody. My daughter, and I love her, and I'm gonna be there for her.
Does anyone else have any questions?
Let me get it straight. You charged with some narcotics offenses, drug law violations, and you got out and were put on parole, and then you violated that parole and got put back in. Now you're serving the entire sentence. Is that correct?
Well, I went out, I got on in 2018. And,
Right.
And I was doing like what it was, 5 year probation, and then if you finish the program, you get over that. But when I caught my throat, the judge took me off. He told me took me off for re-entry because I was doing so good that he felt like I wasn't getting in trouble. So he took me over re-entry. So when I caught the marijuana charge, they brought all that back up.
Okay.
I got billed for the re-entry.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, Mr. Simmons?
How much time have you served? Well, September 23rd, made 5 years.
Okay, thank you. I have no more questions.
Okay, I think it's time to vote, Ms. Stapleton.
Okay, sir, based upon, you were a 6-time felony offender, you were given an excellent chance to move forward in your life, and you didn't do that. You were involved with drugs again. So your poor supervision record and law enforcement opposition, I'm gonna have to deny your request for parole today.
Mr. Tillis?
My vote is to deny.
I concur. I think it's too early. So as of today at 9:17, your parole has been denied. Sorry to tell you that. End of the hearing.
Denied.
Everybody is being shot down. It don't matter.
Yeah, they know.
Okie dokie, friends. While I decide where we're going to go next, let's visit with our Alaskan friend for a moment. All right, we're coming up on lunchtime. Let's see how Judge Grumpy Pants is holding up.
That's what he does for a living?
Can't do anything about that.
Can
What do you want me to do?
Can you remove that portion or allow him to have it
The
for
judge,
work?
it's really violent. It's from October last year.
There's a whole year ago.
Yes.
It's a required provision, I believe, of all domestic violence stay away orders. Maybe you can see the division judge on it, but at this point, I would be more comfortable if he didn't have a gun, considering he's charged with domestic violence.
Since there hasn't been any issue since, it appears, and they're getting along, they're co-parenting.
Yeah.
I don't see any other arrest history.
I don't, I understand. What did you want me to write? He can only possess his firearm for work?
Yes.
Okay.
To overstate's objection.
So,
They probably are gonna submit, his concealed weapons permit or license to carry as a security guard may be suspended as a result of this arrest.
that's the problem. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable making any modifications. You got to go see, it's before Judge Brinkley. She's very reasonable. Maybe she'll do something. Can't do anything. You're right, Miss Eth. It's probably going to get suspended. Anyway, in terms of his release, I'm okay with pretrial. I don't have a problem with that. Count one, the felony battery. How's your finger, your thumb? It's okay? Yeah, it's fine. Pretrial services, alternate bond. One will be $2,000. In count two, the child abuse charge will be $1,500. That's what pretrial I'll order him in. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you for coming.
Your Honor, the interpreter is going to be replaced with another interpreter.
Thank you so much, Jackie. Take care.
Please promote. All right.
The new interpreter here, we can promote him.
He speaks English, Judge.
All right, but I don't know if Jackie left. I don't know if we have a new interpreter yet.
I think so.
Next is Javier Miranda.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Miranda. You were arrested for two cases. They are robbery by sudden snatching and aggravated stalking in violation of a court order from June 7th and aggravated stalking from July 10th. I will appoint the public defender's office for you. You're out on felony bond. There's a hold for F-24-214.
Added?
What?
Charges? I was wondering if these are added charges. Oh, no, these are 2024, my bad.
Okay, and also hold for F-24-21438. So let me review for probable cause. So there's probable cause for, should it be, it's violation, what is it, aggravated stalking or just violation of the stay away order?
So there's multiple, I guess it's aggravated stalking.
Pardon me?
Aggravated, well, all right, on 7-2, maybe just.
I was looking at 7-3 first.
7-3, I think there's enough because, let's see.
That's from June. So that would be.
That's the first one.
Right.
This other one would be aggravated.
Stalking, okay.
All right, sir, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim whose initials are SBG. No contact with the alleged victim SBG, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the victim through social media or other electronic means. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home and school, and place of employment at all times. Do not engage in any criminal activity. Do not use or possess illegal drugs. Do not use, purchase, possess, or carry a firearm, gun, weapon, or ammunition. You must immediately surrender any firearms, ammunition, and any concealed weapons permits to the nearest police department and file a receipt with the court. Do you understand the stay away order, sir? So on F 15573, count one, robbery by sudden snatching, there's probable cause. It's a $2,500 bond. Count two is it should be what, stalking? So, I'm sorry, it's violation of a stay away order. It's actually correctly charged, I believe.
Yes,
Count
yes,
two. Huh?
The most, like, it has to be repeated. That's why I think Ms. Corey was saying there was probably cause on the later case rather than the earlier one.
Oh, just violation of the stay away order?
Correct, for the one ending in 7-3, because that's the June 7th.
The first one. So count two, that bond will be $500 for violation of the stay away order. He has a hold. Now the next case, F 15572, there's probable cause for aggravated stalking in violation of a stay away order. And it's a court order, it's $2,500 bond. Good day, sir. Next, we have Rayan Sanchez Rodriguez, page 14. Ms. Diaz, have you been sworn in today?
No,
Do you
Your
swear
Honor.
or affirm you will translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your abilities? If so, state I do.
Yes, I do. Maria Diaz, Florida State Certified Interpreter. Good afternoon,
Thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Good morning.
Good,
Good afternoon. It's now 12:04. Sir, does he need a Spanish interpreter?
Señor, it's okay.
Sir, you were arrested for two cases. They are possession of a vehicle with an altered identification and grand theft.
Señor, usted fue arrestado por dos casos que se le imputan. Uno es la tenencia de un vehículo que tenía entonces alterado la identificación. Además, también el cargo que se le imputa es hurto mayor.
And the other case is for escape.
Y el otro es por huir.
I will appoint the public defender's office for you.
Voy a nombrar a la Defensoría Pública para que lo defiendan, señor.
So I need a moment to review the arrest affidavits for probable cause.
Necesito un momento para revisar entonces los informes de arresto para determinar motivo fundado.
So there's probable cause for possession of a vehicle with an altered identification as well as grand theft of the motorcycle.
Sí existe entonces motivo fundado para tenencia de un vehículo con la identificación alterada y para el hurto mayor de la motocicleta.
He has several open, does he have open cases or felonies?
This, Your Honor, he has, a fugitive from San Lucie County.
Que tiene varios casos abiertos, sí, está como fugitivo del condado St. Lucie.
No bond.
Ahí no hay
And
ninguna
then
fianza.
He is out on felony bond and he also has two traffic cases, which are $150 each.
Y entonces también él estaba liberado bajo fianza en un caso de delito mayor y hay dos casos también de tráfico de $150 cada uno.
What's the felony case that he's out on felony bond for? It wasn't marked.
It says F25-12158 and F25-11983.
Entonces son dos, sí, uno F25, uno 2158, también F25, uno 2483. Así están los números de los casos.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a sticker for that. I marked it here for these two. All right, so on F 15574, count one for the possession of the vehicle with an altered ID is $2,500 bond, and count two, grand theft is $2,500.
Entonces, en el caso número uno, que es la tenencia del vehículo con la identificación alterada, son $2,500 de fianza. En el caso de hurto en mayor cuantía, La motocicleta son $2,500.
On the other case, there's probable cause for escape. That bond's $7,500.
Entonces, en el otro caso, si hay motivo fundado, el de huir, ahí es $7,500 la fianza.
All right, you'll see your judge tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Mañana usted se ve con el otro juez de sus casos. Tenga buen día, señor.
All right, well, she seems like she's holding up fairly well, given who she is and her propensity for anger. Let's go to Judge Webster. Let's go to Kansas.
Son, what is your name?
Donald McCullough.
Mr. McCullough, you really should dress before you come to court.
Yeah, I'm running a little behind. I apologize.
Don't be smoking, eating, chewing, spitting, any of those kinds of things. All right. Who is the person that needs the Spanish language interpreter?
¿Quién es la persona que necesita el intérprete de español?
Your Honor, she needs to unmute. I think she got it.
What is her name?
Oh, no. Lo que no sé.
La persona.
Nayibe Josefa Pérez León.
Nayibe Josefa Pérez León.
Sí.
Aquí estoy presente.
Aquí estoy presente.
I'm here.
Well, I still don't understand the name. What is it, please?
No comprendí su nombre. ¿Lo puede decir otra vez?
Nayibe Josefa. Nayibe Josefa Pérez León.
I did find that. Thank you. For everyone, please make sure that you have a pencil and paper at your fingertips.
Para todos los demás, asegúrense de que usted tengan lápiz y papel para que anoten.
Okay, gracias.
All right, thank you.
Another thing I will tell everyone is that you do have the right to hire an attorney.
Y otra cosa es que todos tienen derecho a contratar a un abogado. Apologize, Your Honor. Please go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead.
No, it's okay.
If you cannot afford an attorney and you have a sentence that could include a possible jail sentence up to 6 months, you can apply for a court-appointed attorney.
Y si usted no tiene los recursos suficientes para contratar a un abogado por su cuenta, entonces usted puede aplicar para que la corte le asigne un defensor público. Y eso es recomendable si usted tiene una sentencia que podría alcanzar un máximo de hasta 6 meses en la cárcel. Tienen derecho a contratar a su abogado.
You also have the right to waive an attorney and represent yourself, that is, proceed on your own behalf.
Y también usted tiene derecho de renunciar al uso de un abogado y puede representarse a sí mismo.
I will go over your individual charges with you, but I want you to know that your options include: 1, you can plead not guilty and set your charges for trial at a later date.
Ok, entonces también yo le voy a dar sus cargos de manera individual y usted tiene varias opciones. Número uno, usted puede declararse inocente y entonces llevar este caso a juicio para una fecha más adelante.
Choice number 2 is to plead guilty. That is to admit the charge or charges and proceed with sentencing today.
Número 2 es el admitir los cargos y declararse culpable y proceder con la sentencia el día de hoy.
Or you can enter a plea of no contest. That means you do not want to admit the charge, but you don't want to deny it and take it to trial either.
O también usted puede decir que no disputará los cargos y eso lo que quiere decir es que ni va a admitir ni va a negar los cargos, ni tampoco los va a llevar a juicio.
Even though you're not admitting the charge with a no contest plea, you will still be found guilty and proceed to sentencing.
Y aunque usted no esté admitiendo los cargos, al decir que no los va a disputar, usted puede ser declarado culpable y se procederá con la sentencia.
One other option, if you have a clean record, traffic and criminal record, you can apply for the county attorney's diversion program.
Y también otra opción es que si usted tiene un expediente de tráfico limpio, usted puede hablar con FICA para que pueda participar en un programa para reducir los cargos.
You would have to go online to the county attorney's website. Please write that down. It is BUCOKS.com.
Entonces, si usted quiere participar en eso, por favor, anote la siguiente página web que es bcoks.com.
You would find there the rules for diversion and the application, which you would submit by internet, and you would have to pay an application fee.
Y entonces en esa página web usted podrá ver cuáles son las reglas del programa de la desviación o reducción de cargos. Y entonces usted puede enviar su aplicación, pero tenga pendiente que esta aplicación tiene un costo.
If the county attorney determines that you qualify for diversion, they will mail to you in a couple of weeks an applicate or a contract for you to sign and return with another payment.
Ok, y entonces si el fiscal del condado determina que usted califica para este programa, entonces le van a enviar un aviso por correo y luego de eso un contrato que debe de firmar y entonces le corresponderá otro pago.
In addition to the application fee and the contract fee, if you're approved on diversion, you will still have to pay fines and costs, as well as correct the action that brought you here today, such as if you do not have a valid driver's license, you must get one in the near future, or if you had no insurance, you have to get insurance in the near future.
Okay. Aparte del costo de la aplicación y del contrato, si usted es aprobado para ese programa de reducción de cargos, usted seguirá siendo responsable de las multas que se le pongan Y entonces también, también será sujeto bajo acción correccional si usted no tiene una licencia válida de conducir. O sea, que eso lo que quiere decir es que usted tiene que sacar una licencia para manejar pronto. Y si no tiene seguro de automóvil, entonces usted tiene que conseguir seguro de automóvil pronto.
Many of you are here on registration or tag violations. Those are misdemeanors that carry a maximum fine of $250. The fine, however, is usually very minimal compared to that.
Muchos de los que están aquí presentes tienen infracciones por matrícula, la placa del vehículo, y esos son delitos menores que tienen una multa máxima de hasta $250, pero por lo general las multas que se aplican aquí se les da al mínimo, o sea que no llegan al máximo.
The registration and tag violations also have a potential jail sentence of 30 days up to 6 months, but that is typically a charge where probation is granted.
Ok, y entonces las infracciones por placa del vehículo, matrícula, tienen una posible sentencia de hasta de 30, desde 30 días de cárcel hasta un máximo de 6 meses. Pero por lo general a este tipo de casos se le otorga libertad condicional.
If you wish to waive your right and proceed to disposition today, you can do so. Or if you want to hire an attorney, you can do so on that charge. And because there is a potential 6-month sentence, again, I've never seen it imposed, you could apply for court-appointed attorney. But that would have to be set over to another day.
Y que si usted que desea renunciar a su derecho de contratar un abogado y representarse a sí mismo, usted tiene derecho a hacer eso. Pero, como lo habíamos dicho, la sentencia máxima es de hasta 6 meses. Vuelvo y le digo, casi nunca veo que se dicte ese tipo de sentencias. Pero usted puede también, si no puede costearse el precio de un abogado, entonces usted puede aplicar para que la corte le asigne un defensor público. Pero si usted decide que se le asigne un defensor público, entonces su caso será aplazado para otra fecha.
Many of you have driving without a driver's license, a Class B misdemeanor.
Muchos de ustedes tienen infracciones por manejar sin una licencia válida para manejar, lo cual es un delito menor de clasificación B.
That has a potential sentence of up to 6 months, although again, probation is typically granted. It also has a fine of up to $1,000, although it's usually much less, along with court costs of $108.
Ok, muchos entonces también, como le estaba diciendo, que para este tipo de cargos por lo general se le da libertad condicional y la multa máxima podría llegar hasta los $1,000. Pero como habíamos dicho, casi siempre se da el mínimo y junto a esa multa que le toque, entonces también le tocan los costos de la corte, que vienen siendo $108.
Many of you are charged with driving while your license was suspended. If you have no prior conviction for this, you're looking at a B misdemeanor. The fine is $100 to anywhere from $100 up to 1,000, and you could have a sentence up to 6 months. Again, probation.
Okay, guys, I normally don't leave things in the middle, but Julian Kell in the bottom left and him rubbing his face kind of illustrates where I'm at with this. It's dragging on forever. She's normally more entertaining, but quite honestly, the translator and all of that time delay is kind of killing it for me. So it must be killing it for you too. I was hoping it would move on faster than it did. Let's change it up. Let's go to Texas and let's visit with Judge Rubber Gloves.
It's good to be on. Oh, man. Saturday, when you see this, not that deep. I thought I'm perfectly normal. There you go. Once you do it, I want. Oh, so that's the those three cases.
And as soon as I go to him, he mutes. Judges are driving me nuts at the moment. Let's visit the bear while I try to figure out what we're going to do, or at least get past the point where he's muted. By the way, you're talking in the chat about why he wears the rubber gloves. I have no idea either, although I do have a theory. And my theory is this. In Jefferson County, they do everything on these touchscreen tablets. And I'm wondering if he wears those to be more effective on the touchscreen. Just a thought. Sometimes people find that if they have gloves on, those things work better for them. Just a thought. I don't know. All right. I think I've nudged past the muting. Let's see.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this case is going to be reset to the second week in August because that'll give you time to sign up for pretrial diversion. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. So, I work in Tennessee. So, do that mean that I need to be out there
You
in
can talk.
Tennessee?
Okay, yeah, you would have to talk to your attorney about that because he informed our court coordinator that you will approve. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Does she have a sign-up date? Did he tell you that?
They didn't say.
Okay, well, he didn't say you had a sign-up date, but stay in contact with your attorney, okay?
Yes, sir.
He'll
Yes, sir.
inform you when your sign-up date is. So right now, we're going to tentatively reset this to the second week in August, okay? If that changes, your attorney would inform us that there's a different sign-up date, and then we'll reset this case after that sign-up date.
I can't confirm.
Okay, so
Huh?
I said I can't confirm that she was approved for pretrial.
You can't? You can?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you were approved for pretrial diversion. So what we're going to do is reset this case to the second week in August. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman, all right?
okay. So, do I need to be out there the second week of August?
Okay. If your sign-up date is in the first week of August for pretrial diversion, then the state will dismiss this case before your sign-up date. That's what usually happens. And so you may not be here, but if the case has not been dismissed and you haven't signed up, then you can appear by Zoom. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, you still
Yeah,
can
I just
appear.
want to know that if I need to be out there because I don't want to miss
Okay.
nothing.
I understand. I understand. But stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. Your attorney will inform you when your sign-up date is when you need to be in Jefferson County to sign up for pretrial diversion.
Okay, okay.
All
I can
right.
call him today, right?
Yes, you can. Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, I'll give him a call today.
All right. So we're going to reset this case. What date is that? To August 18th of 2025. Stay in contact with your attorney. You're free to go. Thanks for being patient with us, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Let's see, he has 3 cases. It's third case. 2, 5, 3, 6, 4, 4, 9. Now, Mr. Barrett, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? Mr. Barrett, you may put your hand down. Now, Mr. Barrett, I have before me 2 documents. The first document is titled, let's see, Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. And Mr. Barrett, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendants?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that state you would like to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
And the next document is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Barrett, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what they read?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Barrett, I read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in your case is Attorney Jennifer DeLodge. Attorney DeLodge will be given information to contact you, and you will also be given information to contact her.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Our court coordinator will give you that information. Okay. I need some bond conditions, if you don't already have some.
Your Honor, on cause 1419, the state would be making a motion to amend the information to correct a spelling error.
Okay, so you're gonna file a motion, I mean, you're gonna.
I can file a motion or we can
yeah.
do it in court if the court would allow, or whichever the court prefers. Like
Probably be better just to, file it, and then, yeah, we'll have the paperwork in the file.
okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. Let's see. Excuse me. Let me see what we got. Somebody up to. Oops. Let's see.
We're hitting like a rut of quiet, boring proceedings. So let's do this. Judge McNally just recently came back to the bench from a break. Let's go back there. Let's try to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, this is just a willful intent to delay adjudication. Defendant failed to appear. Bench warrant to issue. I'm gonna do 3,010% on the drunk driving and 3,010% on the B file. So it's gonna be 3,010% on each file. And then there's a default judgment on the C file that was entered or should be entered today. Let's go. People against Griggs, Aaron David Griggs, 23W8325565 A and B, Aaron Griggs.
Your Honor, Mike Crawford representing Mr. Griggs. Mr. Griggs is a county.
Mr. Griggs, your name?
I'm trying to move him out of the breakout room.
Okay.
There he is.
Mr. Griggs, your name?
Aaron David Griggs.
So this could be a plea on the B file to false information, and then the A file, drug paraphernalia, will be dismissed. True?
True.
Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, or the possible penalties are up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent, right to question their witnesses. You have the right to a jury trial. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights. There will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Charge false information to an officer. How do you plead?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Were you on West near Allen and Woodhaven, July 15 of 23 at 10:42 p.m.?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you tell them your name was something other than Aaron Griggs? In other words, you tell them it was Aaron Michelle Campbell or Chamble?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
You're not on probation or parole right now, are you?
No, not right now, Your Honor.
Please accept that this drug paraphernalia is dismissed. What, anything?
Well, Your Honor, my client is asking for time served. He's been incarcerated since February of 2025.
Shocking. Go ahead.
There's just nothing else to add, Your Honor. He's looking forward to completing his debt to society and getting released. He's got positive plans for his life, Your Honor. He does not plan to be before this court again.
What have you been incarcerated since February for, sir?
I was dealing with a case from Flat Rock and a case out of Wayne County.
Mr. Griggs, was that a retail fraud charge?
No, that was the first one from Wayne County was a GTA case that was dismissed. But I served 90 days on that. They gave me time to serve.
I'm just going to give you credit for time served. 100 fines, 200 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 4 1/4, 6 days, credit 6. You're all set. We'll close the case. Good luck. Thank you,
Your Honor.
People against Johnson, Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Montiel, Alec Johnson, 25W838974. A, B, and C, your name.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Crawford. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Michael Crawford representing Mr. Johnson, defense station for the record.
Dwayne Johnson. Is he seeing you wait formal reading?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's now going to plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive with the suspend to be dismissed. He's going to plead responsible to impeding traffic on the speeding, and then the other charge, the no insurance, would be dismissed. True?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
I'm gonna plead responsible to impeding.
Is that what you want to do? Yes or no?
Yes.
And you're also going to plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, right?
Yes.
If you plead to that charge, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail costs, or all those. If you plead on the impeding, that'll be 0 points. If you plead to that, I'm going to dismiss the suspend, speed, and no insurance. You understand that and agree to that?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your
The
Honor.
charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On June 23 of 25, were you in control of a motor vehicle that was being operated in the city of Woodhaven, county of Wayne, on Hall near Van Horn?
Yes.
And you allowed somebody to drive that was unlicensed, and that was you, true?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
To the charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
That plea is accepted. The plea is accepted to allow an unlicensed driver to drive. The suspend, speed, and no insurance are dismissed. Anything, Mr. Crawford?
No, Your Honor. I just want the court to know my client now has a valid driver's license, and he plans on keeping the valid driver's license, Your Honor. He's working, but he doesn't make that much, Your Honor. The court could be as lenient as possible. We would appreciate that because he's going to need a payment plan, which we'll discuss.
You gotta stop doing this, young man. Anything?
No.
100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 3 1/4 or 60 days, 175 on the impeding, 500's total. Does he have any of that today?
Your Honor, he can pay $50 today, Your Honor. What he's proposing to pay is $100 a month starting August the 11th.
Does he work? Where?
Yes. Home Depot.
How much you make?
I would say about 500 a week.
Well, how come you're only gonna pay $100 a month?
I have other fines that I have to pay.
Pay 50 now, 100 per month beginning August the 11th. You'll pay that first on the impeding, and then $100 per month after you pay the fines and costs on the impeding. You'll pay on the allowing unlicensed driver to drive. They'll give you a printout down the hall. If you don't have the money at any time, you call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll give you an extension, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
I wish you well. Time to grow up, son. Good luck. People against Zanatti, Michelle Yvonne Mohammed Zanatti, 25W838192. Do we have John Davis here? John Earl Davis, 25W839-200A and B. Defendant failed to appear. Issue show cause. Give me 1 second. We're going to issue a show cause on that charge. Wait a minute. Didn't I set this for August 6th? I set this for August 6th, Lisa, didn't I?
Who is that, Judge?
John Earl Davis.
Yes, yesterday when he couldn't post, I moved it to today, but I guess he posted the PD last night.
How'd you post it? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
I can reschedule it and send him.
Yeah, let's set for August the 6th, okay? Since I told him that. And I don't know, I gave him a personal bond. Did somebody else give him a cash bond, or did I give him a cash bond on another case?
I believe it was another case.
Okay. All right, here's what I'm gonna do.
It's Judge Hessen's case you put a bond on.
Michelle Yvonne Mohammed Zanati, 25WA38192. Your name, ma'am?
State your name for the record.
Oh, I'm sorry. Michelle Zanati?
She's going to plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive with a suspended to be dismissed, true?
True, Your Honor.
If you do that, it's punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs of all those. Do you understand that?
I do.
And did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Understand all your rights, correct?
I do.
All right. To the charge, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you in control of a 2003 Dodge that was being operated on Allen near Weston Woodhaven, March 22 of 25 at 9:30 in the morning?
Yes.
Did you allow somebody to drive that was unlicensed, and was that you?
That was me.
And are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody from the world forced you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it to that charge. The suspense dismissed. Counsel, anything?
Your Honor, there was some confusion about the status of her license. She feels terrible about this. She believes she's driving legally. She's taking steps now to get herself a valid driver's license. Right now, she's on a restricted license. She's got an exam she's got to take, which she's currently scheduling now, Your Honor. So she won't be back to this type of thing.
Good enough. Anything?
No, Your Honor.
100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 40 and attorney fees, 365 or 60 days. Can you pay that today?
Your Honor, my client can't pay that today. She just lost her job recently. She can pay $50 a month starting on the 1st, and she's looking for work, Your Honor.
50 per month beginning August the 1st. If you don't have the money, you call the court, we'll go on Zoom. Okay? Honor before any due date. Good luck.
My apologies.
You're all right. Carson Gincott, 24WA33195. I'm told defendant complied, but I just, I'm going to require them to show up on these. Issue show cause for failure to appear for review hearing and why conviction should not enter for failure to do so. So we'll do that one. People against Street, Maya Latrice Street, 25W838853 and 25W839217. Do we have Mr. Levitt? Is he ready on his? What's going on?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I've been having trouble catching up with the prosecutor today, so.
Yeah, he marked it as a no-show, so he's gotta go back and talk to him.
Oh, geez.
Because he never was.
Hang on one second. Your appearance?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Michael Crawford representing the street station at the register.
Maya Street.
She's going to plead to no ops?
That's correct, Your
The
Honor.
suspend will be dismissed.
Correct.
For purposes of arraignment, she stands mute, waives formal reading.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's when, and then the other one's going to be dismissed, right? The other suspend?
Yes, Your Honor.
So 839217 will be dismissed.
Correct.
Ms. Street, you need to start driving with a valid license. If you plead to no ops, possible penalties are up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. I'll then dismiss the suspend on file 838853, and I'll also dismiss the suspend on 839217. That's per the agreement. You understand all that? I can't hear you.
Yes.
You just sign, read, and understand the advice of rights. You plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, you understand all your rights?
Yes.
To the charge, no valid operator's license on person, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On the 27th of May at 25, were you operating a motor vehicle on Hall near Grixon Woodhaven?
Yes.
Did you have a valid license with you on your person?
No.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody in the world force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it to that charge. The suspend's dismissed on that file. Suspend's dismissed on 25W899217. Lisa, can I ask a question? Does the prosecutor know that Mr. Levitt's in there waiting?
Yes.
Yeah, I've put him in there 3 times. I don't know what the issue is. I just put him in again.
Okay. Anything?
Your Honor, my client is working hard on getting a valid driver's license. Unfortunately, she doesn't have a lot of support in her personal life. It's been hard for her to get around. She has a friend of hers here in the courtroom who has tried to assist with some transportation, but.
Who's that?
Yeah. Her best friends. But Your Honor, she understands that she cannot continue with this behavior. She needs to find another alternative. She's gonna find that, Your Honor. She's trying to get her money together now so she can pay everything she needs to pay. So she's working on it.
Who's there, Rila Tisha?
My mom.
She gonna let you apply the bond?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta deal with my judicial clerk down the hall. On this one, 100 fines, 100 costs. Is there anything you wanna say?
No.
75 victim rights fee, $50 justice assessment. 3 1/4 or 60 days. I have bonds here. Lisa, I'm gonna have you deal with that, your mom can come in and get some of her money back. Cause you have a $300 bond. Maybe only a 300. No, that's it. So she can come in, we'll apply the bond, but you need to pay the rest. You can do that, right?
Your Honor, my client can only pay 100 a month. She can pay 100 on August the 13th. And I think that's the balance there.
Well, she's gonna pay $270 today, right? Your mom's gonna let you apply the bond?
Yeah.
$270 now, and I'll let you pay the balance by August the 10th, okay?
Okay.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Levitt, did you get a hold of him?
I did, Your Honor. He's filling out the plea sheet right now, Mr. Ulrich, and we should be all set.
John, would you go get that for me? I got it.
Okie dokie. So I'm looking around the various courts, and it is weird out there at the moment. Judge Boyd has just been staring off into space for a good hour now. Others are quiet. It's really weird. But the Brian Kohberger sentencing is going on right now, and that's sucking a lot of the air out of the space. So quite honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if the judges are watching that. I wasn't going to go back here, but let's finish off the day in Louisiana because it's the one thing I can count on for being entertaining at the moment. So let's do one more of these to wrap up the day.
Fixing to take up. We're on the Committee on Parole, and we have to be in Baton Rouge, the Department of Corrections headquarters. Okay, and we're speaking to Mr. Derek Wilkes at Riverbend Detention Center. Is that correct? Are you Mr. Wilkes?
Yes, sir, I am. Good morning to y'all.
Good morning, and what is your DOC number?
Don't know it off the top of my head, sir.
Okay, well, I'm trusting it's going to be 763837. And you are Derek D. Wilkes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I see some staff there from Riverbend Detention Center. Would you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Lieutenant Johnny.
Okay, Lieutenant, thank you for being there. We appreciate you hosting us this morning. Mr. Wilkes, the way that this will go is that we're going to hear from you. You tell us what you did, why you're there, and what you've done since you've been there. And then we're going to find out if you got anything from the institution there at Riverbend that will be of help to us in making our decision. Then we'll hear from your sister, father, and mother who are here with us at headquarters. They're going to each stand up there and speak. Then we'll ask you questions. Mr. Tillis will lead the interview. Then we'll make our decision. So it's real simple. So if you would go ahead and start us off and tell us why you're there, what landed you in prison, and what you did since then.
Okay, my charges are I got pulled over and I got caught with a firearm. It started from an argument with my girlfriend and her son, and I said some things I shouldn't have said. And he called the cops on me and I left. And when I got pulled over with a gun. I told him that I had the gun on me. And so they arrested me. Also with that, I'd had a text message with a 16-year-old girl that was inappropriate, and I was wrong for that. And that got me an indecent behavior charge. So my charges are illegal possession of a weapon, illegal carrying of a weapon, aggravated assault of a dating partner with a deadly weapon, and indecent behavior. That is my charges. Since being incarcerated, I've taken a full 100% complete turn. I've led prayer calls since we've been here. I've taken the only good time class that they've offered, which was anger management. I passed that. I have 0 write-ups. I try to be a model inmate. I'm so much more than what my charges say that I am. And given the opportunity, I want to be a poster child for the other side. What's to come? I have so much more to offer than what my charges say.
Okay, we appreciate that honesty and what you got to say. We'll take that into consideration. Lieutenant, would you tell us what kind of fellow he's been while he's been there? Do you know anything about him?
No, sir, I don't know nothing about him. I'm the lieutenant of the court decision. I'm not in the dorm with him.
Okay, thank you, Lieutenant. We appreciate that. Anyway, okay, we'll move on to the supporters of your getting this parole that are here with us, and I'll let them decide who's going to speak first. If you stand up there at the podium, introduce yourself, speak loudly to us, and
Good morning, I'm Cindy Wilkes. Here is my son. My first time ever doing anything like this, so forgive my nervousness. When you look on the screen, you see a man in orange, a number, and a list of his infractions, rightfully so. When I look at the screen, I see my son. I see someone I miss every day. I see someone who answered the call to duty, the military. When he was 18, 19 years old, in service, he became badly hurt, was honorably medically discharged, sent home with a thank you and unlimited prescription of highly addictive narcotics. Within his recovery of his injuries, he became addicted to those painkillers, and during that time, started doing other substances to keep things going. And during that altered state of mind, he made bad decisions, infractions. And I also see a man who stands accountable for what he's done, responsible for what he's done. I see a change in him. I see a sober man who is sober today, who is a highly skilled barber, who is ready to get back out, build his clientele again, and become a productive member of society. I see the daddy of my teenage granddaughter who desperately misses her dad, needs her dad at this critical time in her life. He does call her every day, speaks to her every day, does what he can while he is incarcerated. But I know she needs so much more from him. I see him healing through a community, a family, his faith, and the man you see is a good man, a kind-hearted man, compassionate man who took a wrong path, but is accountable, has been doing his time, staying, good behavior, and is ready to become a productive member of society. And I hope you give him that opportunity.
thank you, ma'am. Appreciate your comments. Next would be the father, I take it.
Yes.
My name is Dwayne. My son. Very hard. She said a lot of things I wanted to say. Even with my son, growing up, we were side by side, and everything we did was good. Said he chose to go in the military. While overseas in Germany, he got both his shoulders injured. They put him on severe medications over there. It started him on the wrong path. And he took a bad turn. And we did everything in our power to try to change things, but you know, it's like a monster on your back unless you get proper, and I don't know how to say it, education, healing, or whatever. It's hard to get rid of. I'm not gonna say being locked up was a blessing for him, but I think it changed him in a lot of ways. Made him come to the realization that he messed up in the things that he done. And why he done the things that he done was because of the medications that he was on. It's a great kid. Good home. I started 2 years. What's on that? If he can't be released, if he can be transferred to another facility closer that could get him into programs that he can start working his way through while he's in there, that would be wonderful. If he gets out, he's gonna move in with his mom and I, and we'll make sure that he goes to classes. It's, I'm asking for a chance.
Okay, thank you, sir. We appreciate what you had to say.
I'm a sister. My name's Leanne, and because I'm the mom, is what you'd always call me, because I'm the eldest. But much of what they said is exactly what I would say. Other than the other part that's missing in this whole situation is the fact of my niece. She starts high school this year, and he is her rock, and he's not there, and he's not there to support her. He is on the phone, but he's not there every day to support her in person. And now that he's in prison, he's not able to support her financially either. And I take care of his finances and everything, and that's cut off with him being in prison. He no longer has any money coming in. So that's a bigger issue that he can't help her with, things like that. So, if he's not able to be out, at home with her or with us, for us to help that way, if nothing else, we can get him in a work release program, that would be great. But most importantly, we love for him to be home so that he could be there to support her in everything that she does, and for us to support him as well. Because he is more than a number, and he is more than a person that you see on the street. He is a military veteran, and he is a really good person at heart, but the drug addiction took over his life. And
Okay.
more than that, so.
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate those words from you. And we'll take that into consideration also. Mr. Tillis is the lead investigator on this particular case. So, Mr. Tillis, do you have any questions for him?
Yes, good morning, how are you?
Good, thank you very much.
Good, how long have you been incarcerated?
2 years.
2 years. And what classes have you taken? I heard you say anger management. Is that the only one?
It's the only one that's been offered in the 2 years I've been here.
Have you tried to get some others?
Absolutely, I've tried everything we can, but that's the only class that was ever offered. So I took it. I made sure and enrolled and took it and passed it.
Okay. What did you learn in anger management? Tell me about it.
First of all, to take a step back. Slow to speak, quick to listen. Anger is a lot of cause of a lot of people's problems, and if you don't get to the root cause of anger, you're not gonna get through none of the problems. I realized that anger isn't the way. Understanding's the way. And if we sit back and we listen and we take into consideration other people's feelings, because we don't control other people, we don't control situations. God controls situations, and I've learned that I'm about to be 42 years old. I have to be 42 years old. You know, anger leads to nothing but destruction. And it's caused me destruction in my life. And I'm over that. I'm through with that. You know, I want to live out the next part of my life with peace and joy and happiness. And through anger management, I learned that there's tools to use, you know, and I plan on using those tools.
Okay, thank you. Have you tried to, or like you said, I heard you say you are trying to get some more classes, but I think a sexual abuse class would be good. I don't know.
Absolutely, but they don't offer nothing like that. Nothing.
Maybe you should try to get them to move you to a facility where they give these classes. And I don't know. We can recommend that you be moved to a facility that offer those classes, and I hope you take them and take advantage of them. I have no more questions.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, I agree with what Mr. Tiller said. And I'm very happy to know that there is always this problem sometimes in smaller facilities that classes that people need are not available. So I agree with him. We try and find out what we need to do to make a recommendation, because you also had a previous domestic abuse battery charge against you, which caused you with a problem with the drug charge. And you mentioned the text message, and we're not going to go into that, but they were of a sexual nature to a 16-year-old.
Yes, ma'am.
And just now in the legislature, they've passed a grooming law. So that if this would have happened, like next month or something like that, you would have had that charge against you also. So I see here you have 7 years in the Louisiana Department of Corrections, all but 4 is suspended upon release. 3 years of that is going to be supervised probation. So you got a big break because you had indecent behavior with a juvenile, aggravated assault upon a dating partner, possession of a firearm, or carrying a concealed weapon by a person convicted of certain felonies of domestic abuse battery, illegal use and control of a weapon, and crimes of violence and controlled dangerous substance. So with all of that, I think you got a light sentence and a personal opportunity to make better with yourself after you get out. I've got one comment from the DA. It says, given the offender's long history of domestic violence and his actions towards his victim, we believe he has not served sufficient time to merit release. And that's the only written statement I've got from law enforcement concerning your incarceration. I don't have any other questions.
Okay, and I don't have any questions too, either. So I guess it's time for us to vote, Mr. Tillers.
Yeah.
I have right quick. Can I speak? I have before I got incarcerated, I did take a class called Darkness to Light, which is about sexual assault and things of that nature with the juvenile. I have taken a class. I did pass that class too. It wasn't provided by DOC. I took that before I was incarcerated. I just wanted to put that out there.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're doing better and you're trying to do better. I believe you are. I think we're going to recommend that you be moved somewhere to get some more advanced classes in sexual abuse. But today my vote's going to be to deny, and I wish you well.
And I concur with Mr. Chillis, and I do agree that, I'm going to write in my comments like he is, that you be moved to a facility where you can get the classes you need, sexual classes, but also domestic violence from too.
Okay, you need 3 votes to get out. And certainly you can see that you don't have that. My vote would have also been to deny because of a lack of programming. So it's going to be our strong recommendation that you be moved to a facility that will offer you some, number one, substance abuse. We've talked all we've heard around here was about drugs from your relatives. So you got to have some severe substance abuse counseling training. You have the sexual issue that's got to be dealt with in your training, and we've got the anger issues and the domestic abuse charge. So it's kind of like Mr. Stapleton said, it's all wrapped up in one big old package. And I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, but we need to get that dealt with before you're released, for your own good and for the good of society. Therefore, at 9:43 this morning, your parole has been denied, but we wish you well and you're on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing. We'll try to get you some help. End of hearing.
Denied.
Okay, friends, that ends today's show. Apologies for the last hour or so being a little bit weird. The one thing with what we do here, as you know, is it's incredibly unpredictable, and we never know what we're going to stumble into, and every now and then there's just not a lot going on, so we encountered some of that, and apologies, but there's only so much we can do. Like I said in the chat, or maybe I said it out loud, I don't know, the Brian Koberger sentencing is going on right now, and if you look through the various feeds, there's hundreds of thousands of people watching that, and I'm convinced half the judges were too, the way some of these courts were acting. But I hope you had fun nonetheless, and thank you again so much for getting us over 20,000 subscribers today. We are 20,003 at the moment, so maybe it will actually stick. I say it a lot, but I say it because I want you guys to understand it. Your support of me, your support of this community means the world. So thank you. Sincerely, thank you. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, a half an hour early for channel members. I wish you all a great Wednesday. Take care. God bless.